Friends and family, good night, everyone. Welcome back to another Sports Frenzy podcast. I'm your host, as always, and as per usual, Levon. With me tonight, for the first time in a long while, we have the man that referred to himself as Robbie. Simon said Jeff the Goat, but big up yourself, skill boss. We have Kims, as always, and we have Manningsman tonight as well. Welcome to the show, gentlemen, once again. So
Man.
you know Friday night set up already, and tonight is the start of something that Kims has been looking so much forward to because Kim said man like Manningsman and Dima come and gloat about their one correct prediction, and he's the real good when it comes down to prediction. So
Yep.
tonight is the start of something because remember that we said that come the end of the season, the top analyst with the best prediction conversion rate will get four sports friends merch. So that is the prize on hand. And I know that Manningsman is one that is calling for that for a longest while. Because Manningsman always talk about we have a head-to-head with all the analysts to see who is the better one. So tonight starts it. And what better way to start it than look forward to the team that Kim support,
Yeah.
Manchester United, starting tomorrow morning against an Everton team who has done quite well so far this season. With limited budget, I mean, Everton basically never spent more than £5 million, if you ask me. They just brought in Andrew Townsend, Salomon Rondon, and Demari Gray, who have all performed for them so far. Bad thing for Everton tomorrow, they're missing quite a few influential players. Jordan Pickford is out, Calvert-Lewin is out, Richarlison is out, and there's another marquee player that is out as well. So that's a bad setup for them. United, on the other hand, are missing Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw is a touch and go. He has been included in the squad, but
Gomez is
said
not available.
yeah, Gomez is the one that was trying remembering.
Yeah.
So you know that tomorrow we'll see a partnership of Lindelof and Varane. So Kems, when we look at it,
Uh-huh.
how you see it tomorrow again? Because remember that this is no normal thing now, because now is where the real guru aspect of Kems comes in. So let's go
Mm.
ahead start with you.
All right. So how I see it going. I know the season is young, the season is fresh, but I don't think Everton play especially with all the key pieces that they're missing. I don't think Everton plays as well away as they play at home. I think they try to get the home fans behind them. So that um I think that Manchester United will win this game. Um, Hopefully, I'd like to see. I heard that Rashford is full participant in training now. No,
After international break.
after international break, he's coming back. So, hopefully, the imposter coach, hopefully he can come forward and select the right team. Because even though Everton is a weakened team, it's still, they still come to play, and they still have a decent coach over there who is looking for some points. Um, so I believe Manchester United will win 3-1. Uh, so write that down, Mannings, man. Don't even bother try pivot off of me, off of my score line to try, get one up on me. But I think Manchester United will win 3-1. I think that Champions League victory. I'm a big person for momentum, and I didn't think Manchester United play well in that Champions League game, but they got the 3 points which was needed. So now Old Trafford again. With the fans behind us, early morning game. Obviously, what I want to see in the pivot. Both Pogba and McTominay. I'd like to see Sancho playing again because as you see, the more game time Sancho gets, the more his confidence is building, the more he's getting into the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
because as I said the other day, people might not look. You know that most football fans just look on assist and goals column.
uh,
However, that game that he played against Villarreal, did you saw how he did one fight right through that match? The man
mm,
had one fight dancing right all over. So those are little things that I look at and I see that what I saw in Villarreal match is something that he has been lacking all season long, in which he wasn't taking on the players and beating the players. No, as I said, when you have game time under your belt, that's where confidence develop. And let's take into consideration that last season, it wasn't until match day 14 that Sancho got his first goal or assist for Borussia Dortmund. So write him off at your own peril.
Yeah,
It just
but
takes time.
exactly, but you know that it's different. Sancho played for Dortmund versus Sancho played for Manchester United, especially with the price tag that he comes with. So individuals are expecting immediate success. So Robbie Rich is one of them as well. As him call for Sancho so many times. But I think that Bruno hasn't been playing well. And after he got that hat trick, I don't know, him think him reach or I don't know what happened. But he has just declined. He has a drastic decline in form. So hopefully, he can get his confidence up there. He can get his footballing boots up there. But all in all, I expect Manchester United to win this quite comfortably, 3-1.
Okay. If I move on to the two other gentlemen, let's just give a warm welcome to everyone that's in the comment section. Pepe Paul, Jermaine Watson, Anthony Henry, Tyrese McKenzie, um, Owen Dilworth. Big up on yourself, man. Mannings, man. So I heard Kim's on his whole prelude and saying that he mustn't copy himself because him said 3-1. So you heard his long prelude. No, what is your counter to whatever he had to blurt out?
Well, I don't know if I have much of a counter, but what I'll say is that Everton has failed to score in only one game. I think one game so far. I think they lost. Was it 2-love? Most games they play, they score more than once. So they are not afraid to score goals. They seem to be a goal scoring team. I think Manchester United has more firepower than them. I don't like predicting Manchester United score until I see what a coach is going to do, because it depends on how he wakes up in the morning. Because if he wakes up and he's having a headache, he could just pull something out of the hat and then it shows off everything. So that's the only fear I have. Like, I don't know. You could see Dalot playing again.
No,
You
no, 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 no,
understand
no,
me?
no, no, no.
I'm
That
telling
is
you,
not going to be. I
you,
guarantee you
you,
that one.
you could see Martial starting. This coach is very strange, and then it just throws all prediction out the window. But if he does the sensible things, then Manchester United, I think, will win by 2 goals to 1. But I see Everton scoring because they're always scoring. But if he gets into one of these state of slight insanity, he could select the wrong 11 and Everton could win that. But I'm going to go with the 2-1 victory for Manchester United.
Okay.
As long as the
Robbie,
church keep maintain sanity, that's it.
How much he said? One.
yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
I have them chat down the Kim, so you don't have to worry. I have all of them chat down. So Robbie, you have heard both these gentlemen so far. Do you beg to differ? And what's your overall take on this Everton team? Because I know that you for one don't rate Rafa Benitez because you're saying washed up. So what you have to say?
Um, I've been impressed with Everton so far. That's one of the reasons them the same wash up, because some of them tactics them can hold. Understand? You're gonna play a top link, the way them play football and so forth. You're gonna put them on the great playing right there. They're gonna get more of a person who brings the ball and give you a pass to score. So more like a B person if you do him do. And what Ames used to bring to that team that will make you score more. You understand? Right now, the attack for them have is only because Leonard have a player. I think Everton will score. Maguire and Varane player, I think they will keep a clean sheet. Like if you are 3-love or a 2-love.
But Robbie,
Yeah.
you didn't heard what Rafa said about Ames. He said Ames come to training, don't want to train, yet wants to be in the match day squad either. Players that are working hard in training. You can't give a man like that game time over players
No,
that
but
actually put in the
I
effort.
but if you're going to exclude him because of that. You're going for a winger to play there. This is one of the reasons why I never like Rafa. I went to Real Madrid and put Gareth Bale at number 10 role. You remember that?
Yeah.
This man look like him have sense then.
He
Hello,
has gotten the
respect,
results. That's
respect,
what counts.
respect, please. Respect when talking about Rafa. Respect.
Yes, you know I say? Rafa days finish from leave Liverpool. Let's be honest about this. Every team in going crumble.
I'm
Remember
sure
the
Rafa
internet.
won. Rafa
I
won
remember
cup
the
with Chelsea, boss.
you remember after I left Inter, when I go to Inter, when I go to Inter after Mourinho left,
Mm-hmm.
and got Real Madrid after Carla, what happened?
Yeah.
Him no
Right?
good. Him no
It's a
good. It's a tradition thing. Him a go mash up the people. Him a go mash up them. Let's be honest about it. I think tomorrow, I think United are going 3-1. And only reason why I look on them to actually look at Everton to score is because Linear have play. I think him too slight. And then because Varane don't that vocal as a leader like a Maguire would that be, I think that'll be a key part. And Linear and Varane already play a lot, so he goes on to right there. So yeah.
Okay. What Levan, can you ask this is what Jeff get the goat? That's it? No, I'm just like what I'm laughing.
Robbie, go ahead, man.
Robbie, all right, sorry, Robbie. So why you bring up the how you going to talk about a Manchester United and bring up coach?
No, because he asks about the Everton.
No, man, ask him about Rafa Benitez, man, because he's not a fan of him.
All right, you're not a fan of Rafa Benitez?
Yeah.
If you're a Manchester United fan right now,
I'm not.
He's a
Real Madrid fan.
Okay. I thought you were a Manchester United fan because if you are your coach discussion come up, you just say pass.
But Mannings, man, you know, say kind of have a soft spot for your team though, because he low key likes Arsenal, but he always in the denial.
What? You come up with that now?
Say happy, right?
Yeah, he likes Arsenal.
Yeah, the producer in the background saying that he does like Arsenal.
Yeah,
especially since for the guard sign for you guys. So Robbie is kind of slightly Arsenal fan. But Demo, from the other day we have been talking about the prediction and the 3 sports wins emerge coming in the season. So tonight is the start of it. So Kems and Robbie has said 3-1 for United so far. Manningsman has gone with a 2-1 victory. What do you have to say about this game and what's your prediction?
All right, so big up everybody in the comment section. Big up the panelists. Yes, man, we remember Levan, and that's why I brought the Universe Boss signed by the Universe Boss himself, because of some boss predictions that come, so I have to wear the boss cap, isn't it? So looking at Manchester United, and I will need to have a Varane conversation, not right now, probably a few weeks down the line, because I am seeing some Maguire-esque mistakes coming in. Even that Villarreal game, but not may hold it down a little bit.
I spoke about it on the podcast, man. That
Okay, good.
Maguire moment.
Good. But we not talk about him yet. I heard that Calvert-Lewin should be back in the team.
Nope, he's out, man.
Who said that?
The coach. That's what I saw.
The latest I saw was that he's in the reckoning for the starting lineup, and that would be a big boost for Everton. So if not, I think they'll be looking to Solomon Rondon, which is some madness to think that man's still playing football. But Demar Gray is on form, Townsend is on form, and Manchester United coming off what would say a lackluster performance, but they got the W, and I think that they were horrible. Pogba was horrible, you know what I mean? And so we're looking forward to a good game, especially at Old Trafford. It's at Old Trafford, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so my prediction, and please write it down properly. Manchester United 2, Everton 2. That will be the final result.
Okay, sir.
So let me ask you. All right. So let me ask you a question, Levon, about this competition. So, say for example, are you going to work from a point system that if it's a draw but it's not a 2-2, a man still get a point, or you want to get the
exact I'm working off.
Exact?
Yes.
Well,
no, man, that would be unfair. That would be kind enough to you guys, man. So if I get the draw, I'm going to give 8.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, man, that would be too hard, man. So I'm going to give it the points once we get
Yeah, but you should get extra points to get in the exact scoreline.
Wedding producer, extra points if I get it.
So
I second that.
So probably
man,
like 2 points for the prediction, the winner.
Yeah, man, we'll just double it up, man.
Yeah.
Double it up. So 3 for the win. 6. Yeah, man. So if you double up, you don't know, say I get a maximum 6 points. So move on. We look at Chelsea now. Chelsea, they have lost 2 on the bounce, and I saw a lot of people saying that the honeymoon period is over for Thomas Tuchel. So they said that with the injuries mounting up, now is the time for him to actually show what he's all about. Because as we keep on saying, when you look at Chelsea team, Chelsea can easily put out 2-11 on the field at any point in time. Yes, we know that they have injuries to man like Mount, Kante is out with COVID, Pulisic is also out through injury and all of that. But When you look at the rest of the team, they have a ZH, they have a Hudson-Odoi who has been playing wing back for I don't know what reason. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, and all those guys. Even what's his name? Chilwell not even can get game time. So I mean, when you look at this Chelsea team, it's no mean team, and even the youngster that they brought over from, I believe it was at Nice. His name is Malang Sarri, went over to Porto on loan and all that. Not even that guy can get a game. So I mean, they have a deep team. However, when you look at Southampton on the other hand, they have taken some very vital points against Manchester United, Man City. So those are two top teams that they have taken points from. Now coming
And
up
West
against
Ham. And West Ham.
well, yeah, West Ham was in the top of the league last season as well, so you can call them in as well. So those are three teams that they took points off. Now we look at Southampton. No hinges really. Tino Livramento going back home, going back to the club that actually started him off, and with them and all that in mind, and you saw that Chelsea is not playing the best of football right now. Could Southampton spring a surprise tomorrow? I'm going to start with Robbie this time.
I don't think they will pull a surprise, but they will play a good though. But I don't think they will get in the game with a point though. And funny enough, they only lose one time this season.
The last match.
Yeah, so I think Chelsea coming from a back-to-back defeat. I don't think they might go 3 defeats. I really think they might go pull up them socks and actually beat them.
Scoreline prediction?
2-0 Chelsea.
Okay. Manningsman, you agree with what he said, or you think
I
that
mean,
Southampton can cause a shot?
yeah, I think Southampton loses this game by 3-0. Lukaku, I think somebody said it on the show earlier that Lukaku is proving himself again that he is the small club bully, so he's probably going to get a double.
Are you calling Arsenal a small club?
Well, that should have been a foul on the defender.
No, Lukaku scored against Arsenal. I'm asking you if you are calling Arsenal.
He steamrolled the defender. He ran over the man.
That's not the
Football is
question,
not like that. This is the NFL. This is the EPL, not the NFL.
Says the Mannings, man. It was a foul more than anything else.
Yeah, no, man. This man think it's like him some linebacker something or what him think on the defensive line. I don't know what he was doing. He ran over Pablo Mari. From that, the man is traumatized. The guy has not played one more game for Arsenal from that day.
But Mannings, I don't
right, Nemo, have you seen Pablo Mari from that day?
I have not. That's not the question I asked, boss.
But Mannings, let's be fair now. You know the reason that we haven't seen Pablo Mari is because of
good.
Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White. That partnership has worked wonders for you so far. So Mari can come between those two.
That is true. But Lukaku did something to the man. I'm telling you. He didn't even play in the cup game.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, the Lukaku effect. The man just ran over the man. Like, seriously, like, I've never seen this in football. Like, he ran over the man. He just never got back to himself from that. But yeah, this is, like somebody just said, this is the Lukaku kind of game where he bullies smaller teams.
Yeah, man, and this is coming from a Chelsea fan. So Casey, a bigger person,
Yeah.
man. Casey has said that these are the Lukaku type of games. And yeah, we have seen him over the years. From he was at Everton to United and all those teams. So I agree.
So 3-0 Chelsea is my scoreline.
Kems, I know that you for one don't like this Lukaku fella, just like myself. But one thing we have to agree about is Southampton is a perfect opposition for him. Slow team in terms of their bottom of the team. Well, not really bottom, but they are playing at a lower level vis-a-vis the teams that he played against recently. Now, with that in mind, I think that he will propel Chelsea to a victory tomorrow coming off those 2 defeats.
Well, I was reading up some stats, before the show, and even though them have Lukaku and so, I've realized that Southampton has been tough opponents for Chelsea, right? In their last 5 meetings, I believe was 1 win, 3 draws, and 1 loss, something like that. That's the stats between Chelsea and Southampton.
Wow. Actually, you're onto something. It says that Chelsea are winless in their last 3 league games against Southampton. They have drawn 2 last one.
So over the last year, so I was reading up on it, and so over the last 5 games, that's what it was. So I believe it's going to be a tough game. I believe, at the start of the season, this Chelsea team thought they were invincible, They thought that nobody couldn't beat them. Especially the role that they were on and the way the coach had them playing and the confidence that they had. But all you need in this league, is a little bit of adversity. And, the Liverpools of the world, the Manchester Uniteds of the world have seen that. Now Tuchel, however you pronounce his name, he has now come into the fray and he's now seeing, this type of adversity, and you have to adjust on the fly. You don't get 2 weeks, 3 weeks to adjust. You have to adjust right away because games are continue playing. Plus, you just play the Champions League, you come to the league, you want to give players rest. Southampton is a good opposition to play, but as I said, Southampton has been playing them tough. With that being said, I just can't see Southampton muster enough opportunities to actually win the game, to actually even score. So I will go a 1-0 victory to Chelsea.
Oh. Wow. Demo.
Listen, I don't know why people are overreacting and saying Chelsea was invincible and all of these things. Chelsea lost 2 back-to-back games against 2 of the better teams in the world. There's no need for panic. Like, why?
Juventus is one of the better teams in the world.
Of course.
What?
You can watch them league fun and all of that if you want. At the end of the season, Juventus will be the champions of Italy. Stop watching 5-6 games
You want to bet? You want to bet
and I
on
make
that?
it seem like say,
want
Juventus.
I wish you were a betting man.
Well, I know. Let me just finish, right? We Chelsea not losing 3-4-0 and now make it seem like say some need for panic. No, Chelsea are still a good team and still title favorites and still champions elect. So for me, I don't know what Kems is on about rambling about and thought they were invincible. And no team comes into a season thinking they're not going to lose a game. They lost 2 games to 2 of the top teams in the world. Anyway, coming into this game, I think that Chelsea will get back to their clean sheets. I think that they'll have an easy game. Regardless of what the history says, I think Tuchel will get back to them and get them firing again. And so it will be a 2-0 victory for Chelsea. Very comfortable 2-0 at that.
Listen, Levon, hear me out, right?
So I said 2-0?
Yeah, 2-0 Chelsea. Obviously, the flat track bully Lukaku will score.
Listen to me, Levon. You see this Demo fellow? He has a way how he likes to try and act like he's all diplomatic and stuff, right? So this is what I want to listen what Demo said, because I listen to him keenly when he's talking. He's saying that Juventus is one of the better teams in the world, right? That's what he said. One of the best teams in the world. However, he's also alluding to the fact that Juventus might not be playing well now, but at the end of the season, they'll be champions. So he's saying that they'll develop form at the end of the season, right? But what I'm saying is that they're not playing Chelsea. They didn't play Chelsea at the end of the season. They're playing Chelsea now when they're back. And they beat Chelsea. And I'm saying that both the Chelsea fans, a lot of Chelsea fans on the page, they thought that Chelsea was invincible. They were jumping up. I saw the prediction. People were predicting Chelsea to win 5-0, 6-0, 6-1 against Juventus, right? So what I'm saying now is that Demo cannot come forward now and tell us that Juventus is one of the best teams, but they're not playing good right now, but they'll play good at the end of the season. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
How does that not make any sense? Yeah, listen to yourself. We're 5-6 games into the season, boss. Why is it that they can't get better as it go on?
They play Chelsea.
It's a one-off game.
But we cannot talk about something futuristic.
It's a one-off game. Anybody can beat anybody on the day. That no means you're not one of the best teams in the world. Manchester United used to young boys. You're not good anymore.
Well,
it's a one-off game.
We were playing with 10 men. That's one.
What? You were playing against farmers and painters. If you played with 9 men, you should have win.
We were playing with 10 men, so we have an excuse. What was Chelsea?
Oh gosh, bro, mute Ken's mic, please.
What was Chelsea's excuse? I'm just honestly, I'm just saying that they cannot make a point like that to say, oh, Juventus is one of the best teams and they'll win the Italian league. But 5 games in, I say, oh, I don't really understand. But okay.
I think you need to raise your levels. I don't see there's something so hard for understand. You are one of the best teams in the world. It's just 6 games into the season. You need time to get up to speed. It's 38 games, 36 games in our season. What do you mean?
But Dimo, you know that
Liverpool
if
draw with Brentford. We're one of the best teams in the world. Manchester City lose the other day. They're one of the best teams in the world. Like, it's a one-off game.
But Kems, I
Oh,
think you
Brentford beat Arsenal. We are one of the best teams in the world.
Kems, I think you lapsed some time, because they don't really remember some points that were made earlier. And you remember when we spoke about teams like Norwich and all those teams languishing down at the foot of the table? And we're talking about them being relegation hopeful. And you yourself said that there are 33 more games to go,
Exactly.
right?
No. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So I look at it now, though, Kems. Wouldn't that be an overlapping of your point, because you're saying that there's 33 more games to go for a team like Norwich to escape the job, right? Eventually, you change it back in and say, unless Farke move on, they see them going down. So yeah, I agree that you.
But this is a different scenario. Why? Because this is a Champions League group. There's no 33 more games to get ready. Like, you have to be ready right now in the Champions League group if you want to move on to the next round. So you have to be ready now. That's what I'm saying. So Dimo's point about Juventus will get good and be good, that's null and void, because we're not talking about the Italian league. We're talking about
How many games do they have to play in the group stage? And who are the other teams in the group?
I don't. You think
Zenit and what's the name? Team that Zenit beat up Malmo.
No, Malmo. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Yeah, but Dimo, I can use the same point that you brought across the Kems. Young boys beat up United the other day, so you may never. Well, Sheriff beat Real Madrid.
Exactly, that's fine. That's fine, but Kims can't act like, say, on a one-off game, teams can't beat anybody. And so Chelsea should be seen as some weaker team because they lost to one of the best teams in the world.
But Chelsea struggled against Zenit too.
They beat Zenit.
Yeah.
But they struggled.
Oh my God.
Lavan, is this the Champions League discussion?
No. These guys are just going off track, so I'm just here just listening to them and watching them.
Because I mean, I'm very sure that both of them forgot the point that they were making in the initial stages. What was the point? What was the point, Kemp? What was the point of the discussion where you got into this? Let's see if Kemp remember.
All right, I remember, but the reason why I made the point that Dimo
No. Kemp, answer the question I'm gonna ask you.
That's why I had to butt it. I already said Chelsea will win 1-0. I already said that.
No. You don't even remember what you started out arguing about what.
Man, good counter. You're paying attention, man. But let's move on. Next match we'll see Wolves taking on Newcastle. Both these teams are in need of victory. Wolves has only won one game on the back of Raul Jimenez, who scored a good goal last. Was it the last match out? Yeah, the last match out. So they're looking to go two matches unbeaten, but their home form has been found wanting so far. So with that in mind, could we actually see a turn for them come tomorrow? And I'm going to start with Dimo on this one.
Yeah, I think Wolves are starting to pick up pace. Like I said before, when we were having the Tottenham and Wolves discussion, that Wolves are one of the unlucky teams in the league. They're playing well, and they just couldn't seem to find the wins. And Tottenham were not playing well, but they were scraping wins. You know what I mean? So I expect that this will now boost them going forward. Man always mention Traore, always call him Iron Balloon, and he didn't start in the last game, and and they got the win. I, for one, will always have Traore starting no matter what. But I think that they will turn the corner, and I expect them to beat Newcastle. Like I tell you guys all the time, St. Max cannot carry this Newcastle team by himself, and he has to do so much work. So I expect that Wolves will come out on top, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to Wolves.
Okay. For move on, big up editor-in-chief, Ryan Cadlan, Kevin Bernard, big up on yourself in the comment section. Michelle, big up yourself as well. As management normally say, whenever you see a female in the chat, you have to welcome them, man, because generally we don't see a lot of females discussing sports, so you have to welcome them to the sporting atmosphere. But repeat the prediction, Dimo.
2-1 to the Wolves.
Okay. Manningsman, how is this one going?
Again, happy for Raul Jimenez scoring, getting recalled to the Mexican World Cup squad. Very good for him. Happy for him. Football I've always liked. This is the iron balloon versus metal man. Will be very good, Traore versus Saint Maxima. But I think though Saint Maxima can carry the team, I think Joe Hilton has been playing better. I think this is probably his best season so far at Newcastle.
I'd agree.
Um, I think he's really looking like a Brazilian. I was wondering if he was a real Brazilian, but but he's actually starting to look more like a Brazilian. So um, I don't know what is wrong with Callum Wilson, because I think Callum Wilson, if he's still injured, but he has been out for so far this season, and I think he's very instrumental. Huh?
Yeah, man. Go
in,
ahead, go ahead, go
in,
ahead.
in
I'm
in the
just
Newcastle team, but I could see them scoring. They have a way of creating chances, and I think because they miss Callum Wilson, they don't convert all of them. Now the Wolves team, I don't think are as sound defensively as usual. So Newcastle is going to score, but I think Raul Jimenez is going to score. So I see this being a 2-2 draw.
okay. Robbie.
3-2 Wolves. Both teams I don't think is defensively good.
Yeah, I agree.
First thing,
Both of them all over the place.
yeah, when I see them defensively good, and if Willock actually play good tomorrow, he might entreat you. But I doubt him now. I highly doubt that he will play good.
He
So that's what
scored.
I'm saying.
He scored all his goals for this season last season.
Good one. But Kems,
That's why.
Yeah, man. 3-2 Wolves.
okay, Kems.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So I think Wolves will win. Even though no, so Wolves is not good defensively, I think they're much better than Newcastle defensively. Newcastle has yet to win a game after the 6 games, 3 draws, 3 L's, and Newcastle is also conceding an average 2.33 goals, right, out of the 6 games. So I think that Wolves will win. I think that Wolves will win 2-0. And, on a ball, I want to praise for Newcastle, who is grossly overrated. Will once again will flop. And then I'll hear the reason why I'm flopper because they have to do so much. And, the regular excuses I always get. If you're a baller, you get it done. There's no excuses in this. You're a footballer, you get it done, right? So I believe Wolves will win. They got a 1-0 win last weekend, and I think they'll ride that momentum and win 2-0.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, can I just say, you know what is overrated, Kims? The use of the word overrated. Like why
Yeah.
why are you saying Saint Max is overrated? How is he rated amongst the world? Like why are you saying overrated? How is he rated?
All right, so I don't want you to flatter yourself and think I'm only talking about you, right? I'm not.
No, that's fine, but we just want to know how is he rated.
A lot of persons are saying that this guy should be at a bigger club. This guy should be at a top 4 club, and that is grossly overrated because he shouldn't be. He
Oh
doesn't.
my gosh! All right, continue.
Enough. He's good enough to play for Liverpool. Probably you can tell me if he's good enough for Liverpool.
Of course.
All right. Well, probably Liverpool is not as good as I thought. But Manchester United, he cannot make Manchester United.
Over
who? Man City, he can't make
Boss,
Man City.
if
Over
Daniel
Man U.
James could make a team, Daniel James make a team. So don't come with this. Daniel James. Remember that.
As I
All right,
said
so
before,
Divo, I'll ask you a question because you have been linked to a player. So since you're on the Saint Maximum issue, would you take Saint Maximum over Moussa Diaby from Leverkusen? You have been linked with them.
All day, every day.
Let me ask you this, Levan.
Later,
Would you
later.
take Saint Maxima? Or if Newcastle said, give us Martial and you take Saint Maxima, what would you do?
Cheese and peas, man, instant like a coffee.
Okay. Argument done.
No, but the reason, hold on, man, man. You know the reason why I would take that? I want Martial out of United so bad. That's the reason I'll take it. If a man tell me,
if Saint Maxima is not good and I'm getting rid of Martial, I would say, listen, get rid of Martial and I'll leave the space blank.
even that.
But you take Saint Maxima though.
Yeah, man, to play right back sometime.
Okay.
But on a more serious note though, personally for me, I don't think he's really overrated because, to be honest, you don't hear much nice about him. It's just
Yeah.
that amongst a small group of fans might say, yeah, he's up there. Demo is one such
And he's
person
the
that
best.
rates him.
To be honest, he's the best player on the Newcastle team.
Yeah, he
If,
is.
So he
if
But
must
you're
be like.
picking if you're picking the top
Hold on.
5 dribblers in the league right now, Saint Maximum is in there.
Hold on, Mannings, man. Let me ask you a question. No, Mannings, man. I can't make you get away with this.
Yeah.
If somebody is on the let me think of a school. If somebody is on the honor roll at a Hill Selassie, are you going to tell me that they come to camp and they can be on the honor roll as well? No.
Of
So,
course. Whoa.
I'm
Kems.
not.
No. No, let you finish that.
I'm not.
Just say two. You cannot do that, Kems. You cannot
Okay.
call it. Listen, Kems, me not agree with that. I went to Manny's high
I
school,
disagree
bro.
as well.
You cannot use, why you going to use Hill Selassie? Why you can't be at Hill Selassie on a roll and champion? Don't use the example, something else.
All right, look at it,
Something
though,
else.
man.
Hold on, let him finish.
No,
Use something else, Kems. Let me stop. Use something else.
No. Why can't I use that example? Like, why can't I use that?
But Kems,
Because
Kems, look at this, though, Kems.
Think about
You know
it,
that
Kems, what you're saying about this Hill Selassie High School.
What? There are two different standards. There are two different. Like, there is no hide going around it. There's
But
two
Kems.
different standards.
What?
Kems, look at this, though, Kems. Don't you think that person that is at Haile Selassie and as I just mentioned, right, ends up at champion? Don't you think that with better teachers, more resources, that person can end up being on the honor roll?
Not necessarily.
My tell you this when me look on the show,
It's from
Kems losing
it's just
head in
like
the ball.
in your case, you're speaking from a hypothetical position.
Yeah, hypothetical.
No, hear me say no. No. Make we stop the foolishness now. I
You
know. So,
need to stop it, brother.
no. Hold on, the man, man. Hold on, the man.
No, you can't say we need to stop the foolishness. You need to say,
No.
you need to point at yourself and say, I am going to stop the foolishness.
Oh no, let me talk, brother. Let me talk. A full time now, we understand, say, there's a distinction between these schools. Haile Selassie and Campion in a two totally different class. And it will always be like that. Campion oppressor, Haile Selassie don't answer. And you can't, like, it has always been that way. And there is nothing you can tell me or show me about Haile Selassie.
Bro,
that show
stop, bro. Stop.
Ken,
Just
listen
stop,
what
bro.
you just said. You
Just
said if
stop,
a child is
It-
on the honor roll.
Live on, move on, brother. Kems,
No,
Haile
we can't
Selassie.
move on. We can't move on because we're not going to try to.
Ken,
This is a
listen
good
what you
point,
said,
though.
Ken. We're not talking about, remember, my issue with what you said
Okay.
is simple as this. You said if a student is on honor roll
Okay.
at Haile Selassie, do
Okay.
you think he can be on honor roll at Campion?
Yes.
That don't make any sense. What you can say, Kems, is listen.
No,
the
why
stand-
doesn't it make sense?
What you can say is that the standard at the schools are different.
That is
But
true.
that doesn't watch me, Kems. But that doesn't mean if I'm averaging 100 at Haile Selassie, I can't average 100 at Campion.
No, because
Those two things don't connect.
it has management.
Because it's
Hold
same,
on, no.
Kems, it is the same CXC and Cape and CSEC they do. So if I get 100 in Cape,
No.
in CSEC maths, if I get grade 1 in
Stick up
CSEC
in
maths,
the money,
it don't matter.
friends.
No,
But
if I
let's
get grade 1 Kems, it don't. If I get grade 1,
I'm not talking about
Ken.
CXC. I'm not talking about CXC. Where you on a roll of with classwork, brother?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That
Oh,
it
yeah.
can be a case
Alright.
that remember that these schools, you know, these
so let me
schools
help
have,
you. So let me help you. In fifth form, hypothetically speaking,
Yes.
you are at Campion getting algebra for the entire year.
Okay.
All right, and you on honor roll.
Okay.
Why can't I get the same algebra and be on honor roll at Haile
All right.
Selassie?
So I'm going to explain.
That's more
to
you
you.
tell me.
All right. So explain to you. All right. So for example, schools that are not on the Campion standard, because Campion is a standard. So schools that are not on the Campion standard, right? Like a school like Haile Selassie. I've known people who go to Haile Selassie. They're getting take-home tests. They're getting homework with you today. Oh, you can bring it in next 2 weeks. Test.
Still get back to my question, do you know?
So exactly. So then the standard is different because Campion, you have to bring in your homework at set time. You have to do your test at set time. You're not getting a take home. You're not getting the easy way out a champion. You don't get the easy way out.
Okay.
So why won't the student
what you're saying is
adjust?
that
Why
the
wait
schools,
management?
the
Wait
teachers,
management.
and the whole system at Tia Selassie is cheating the kids.
It's not a
Well,
case of cheating. It's not a case of cheating the Manning. So, all right, what Kems is actually saying is that the stands are different. So, for instance, right, let's remove, say, Haile Selassie. I'm not going to mention that. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
boss.
school A, school B, right? At school B, the standard is you have to maintain an average of 60 to be on the honor roll. I can be on the honor roll and my average is 60, while at Campion, people with average of even 80 can't make it to the honor roll. So, Kems does have a point when it comes down to that. You have
Let
to
me give
factor
you-
in those things because, again, remember that you have high schools out here, that their standard is for, like, say, a 60 average to reach this high school, while, for instance, at Campion, that you have to look at a 90 and upward. So,
But that is hypothetical. Levon, what I'm saying though is that if the standard is 60, it doesn't mean if I'm somewhere else where the standard is 90, I would not be able to make it. There's
yeah,
nothing to.
remember
What
that
I'm
issue
saying.
was-
What I'm saying. Follow what I'm saying. What I'm saying. All I'm saying is that if you set a standard for 50 to be an honor roll and I meet it, there's nothing you have to prove that if you move it to 100, I would still not be able to meet it.
Okay, but then
You can't prove that. So leave
but
the
then-
argument alone and stick to football because you can't prove it.
So Ken,
Yeah, for real. Let's
Okay.
move on.
It cannot be
for real,
proven,
brother.
so
Ken.
just leave it alone.
so Ken,
Hold on, the Rabbi. So Manning's man, okay. If you look on it from that standpoint, right? Then I go again and then we'll look on the standard again. And then we'll look at the passes in Campion. The same honor roll student, right? The same honor roll student from Haile Selassie get 2 subjects. But the same honor roll student for Campion get 10 ones. Like the standard is just different.
Please
And
stick
then
to
hold on.
football
And-
because primary school kids and prep schools kids, 2 different standard of school, and there are primary schools kids who do better than prep schools kids. Leave the conversation alone, bro,
all right,
and
let's
stick
move
to
on.
football.
The
Let
man
us
are gonna
move-
try everything for do the Saint Maximum overrated thing. That's
hold
all.
on.
That's all.
Hold on. Come on, I know.
Oh,
So Ken,
hold on. Never.
All right, the producer want to chime in. Go ahead, producer.
Yeah, I was saying that I was trying to make the point where management does have a point regarding certain issues, like for the education system in Jamaica, right? As he said, editors in that regard will be cheating the children, and that is a fact because each high school has to maintain a Ministry of Education standard. Doesn't matter whether they are traditional or whether they are not traditional, right? There has to be a set standard across all high school.
And what's
Because they're
that?
training students to do CSEC. So if any class is giving students the test to take home,
Okay.
right? And they come and do it, they are cheating the students.
Yeah, because these students will be lagging behind those top schools. So,
and that's
good point,
actually
Madness.
wrong. So basically all high school has to be a standard. The only difference is that there are certain high schools that are traditional that might have the resources like labs when it comes to science subjects over certain high school as to why these students might do better.
All right, so let me ask you a question, producer.
So
Real
a lot of resources regarding this.
Yeah.
Specifically the science subjects as well as IT.
shoot a question quick, Kens, before I move
All right,
on.
let me producer. So why is it that those schools that we're talking about want to say is have to be the government standard, right? Ministry of Education standard.
Yeah.
Why is it that those schools cannot seem to get the standard amount of passes? Why is it that like CXC
So
passes?
in other words, when I mentioned they have to meet government standard in terms of teaching, all the high school has to follow a particular syllabus. So right? So if this term Campion is teaching algebra, you're going to find that actually all the schools across Jamaica are teaching that particular topic in maths at the same time throughout the school year. They have
Ken,
to
you
follow,
need to answer that question, you know.
right? So all high school teachers will follow a particular syllabus for each term, and they all of them will be on the same page.
All
right.
right. Mom, I know you want to move on, but hold on there. One more thing. One last thing, right?
Yes, you can answer the question what that.
One last thing, right? All right. Right now, I'm going to go a particular university, right? But I look for Harvard work. And I look for Harvard standard, and I look for my university standard. My university is the best university in Florida. But Harvard standard higher than my university. So I don't think say my style like management, the way I see management I respond emotionally, it look like I'm sorry? Oh, the way I see management I respond emotionally, it look like him thinks that me are this here Selassie. I'm really not, but it's just there's just a different standard.
Harsh reality.
Yeah. I don't think you were missing it's last. It's just
No.
that, as I said,
Kems,
teaching standards is the same, but
again,
the
the
students learning. will not
Man
be
is
the
man, just slow it, no man is man. We have
Kems,
like 16 more games to go through, you know.
yeah. Please,
Yo,
let's go past this.
Lebron, how much we can we need? All right, go on.
We need to have we need to have a next show that
Alright.
talk about
Kems,
grade one
you're what,
in
Kems?
grade one in
Again,
CSEC at one school is different
You're
from
what,
grade
Kems?
one. at the
Just
other.
for your sake, we don't normally do this, but you see, tomorrow we're going to have a show tomorrow. We're going to discuss this said topic tomorrow, sometime around midday
So, and
thereabouts.
Demo
And
is
have a
nothing.
calling. We're going to have in a calling segment for the viewers as well, so they can call in and talk about
Demo
it.
level, Demo intellectual
yo,
level is not here. So
Boss, I went to the Great Mona High School. Make sure you know that. Oh,
excuse yourself. Yes,
hold on there. So, Kems,
yes, sir.
you believe that Sancho could have played that well in a Newcastle team?
Who?
Sancho.
Sancho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feeling could have played good in a Newcastle team?
Yo,
What's the stop it? Remember that if you're a quality player in rugby, right?
No,
And
because
listen, man, listen. You see, if you're a big player in a small part, you're going to shine.
like,
No matter which team you
okay,
play for, if you're a
But
big fish, go ahead.
because of the way my judge thing, that's why I'm asking that question.
brother, Saint Maximan is an overrated baller. He's a decent baller at best. Average baller. I don't know.
Kems, let me get back to my point. Kems, there are 20 teams in the Premier League, right?
Mhm.
He is the top player. So if you look at 20 times 30 players in a squad, 600 players. He's the top player at his team.
Okay.
All right? You may not rate him. I don't hear anybody talking. There's no big price tag on him. You didn't hear a lot of clubs saying they're going to get him. So where is this he's overrated thing come from?
I already addressed that, man. Let's move on. I already addressed that.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
leave it because you're the only one who think he's
All
overrated.
right, that's fine. And I'm allowed to have my opinion. Let's move
That's
on.
right.
Let's
That's
move on.
Finally.
Go ahead, producer.
Yeah, I was just saying to man, I think it's coming from the point where there are talks about certain big clubs moving for him to play for them, right? In
That
that
man not-
context, you can say that he's overrated in that context.
Listen,
Well, you
well,
want to be a case, but producer, I want to be a case of overrated
Oh, yeah.
because remember that, you know, if you have good enough coach, for instance,
Grealish is overrated. Grealish not
I know
worth a
that
million.
producer rates Klopp highly, and as Demo said a while,
Grealish is overrated. He's not worth 100 million.
Overrated what? Mannings.
Grealish is overrated. He's not worth $100 million. He's not. He's overrated.
By the time,
Ben
by the
White
time-
is overrated.
by
He's
the
not
time-
worth $50 million.
No, well, that is the thing. That's the thing with Arsenal. Arsenal is desperate. It's a difference. Arsenal desperate, so that's why
I'm
they're
talking about the players. You're talking about team. Like when you got like. Anyways, leave this conversation. We talk about a player man gone to a team. You know what I'm going.
let's move on. So next up we have Burnley against Norwich, and these two teams
wait,
are
you get everybody
Wait,
prediction
what's
for the. You know, get everybody prediction for the
desperate.
Wolves game. I mean, you just done with the 2-1.
No man, I got everybody for Wolves game, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Now we're looking at Burnley against Norwich, and both these teams need this victory, especially Norwich. Norwich are at the foot of the table, need some points on the table, and boy, it doesn't look good for them. Going to start with Kems on this one, because Kems, you expect these two teams to go down now. Like, initially, I never have Norwich to go down, but you said Daniel Farker will still be at the helm, so you have both of them to go down. So what do you have to say about this game?
All right. So, as I said before, until this coach gets sacked, I'm off the Norwich train. You know, with that being said, Burnley, I think, dating from last season, I think Burnley is winless in 9 games, right? I think dating from last season, they're winless in 9 games, right? So, and I think Manningsman often said it that when Burnley plays, you know exactly where I get from Burnley. But I actually believe that this will be Norwich first point of the season, and I think it will be a 1-1 draw.
Okay. All right. So, Robbie, how you see this one going? Two teams that have looked so awful, but desperate. How you see this going?
I think Burnley will win 2-0. The reason why I said I think Burnley defense is way better than Norwich. Norwich definitely can't defend. Overly cannot defend. So I really chance And the new player them buy from Leon too, but for Burnley, he might be one of them instrumental in this win too.
Maxwell Cornet.
But
Yeah.
look here, Robbie. I know you don't
Yeah.
really watch Burnley like that, so let me help you out a little.
You don't want to know.
Let me help you out a little bit, Robbie Rich, right? Burnley has the lowest ball possession in the Premier League this season.
But
So,
you know what happened?
huh?
You know what happened?
Yeah.
Lowest ball percentage in the league. We're talking about ball position, right?
Yes.
Doesn't mean that you have to win the game, you know. Doesn't
I
mean you have to lose either, you know.
Yes.
So you can't use ball position and tell me, say, oh, Ray, come with a
No, but
different one.
A good punch to the ribs around Robbie Rich, because personally for
Come
me,
with a better
position
point now.
football is overrated.
no,
And that
listen
is
up.
overrated.
No, listen up. Robbie Rich, I tell me say, Burnley is better defensively than Norwich.
Yes.
So I'm telling Robbie Rich that Burnley has the lowest ball possession percentage in the league. So there won't be much. There really won't be much for Norwich to defend. There won't be much for Norwich to defend. As I said,
And
1-1.
now, I remember Norwich Norwich or then set up defensively would cause that. It seems that the coach don't know if it set up a defensive tactics with it.
Alright, so Kims, you're Scotland saying that Kim's gonna be talking that way if the referees were fair. Fergie time syndrome flying on him head. I'll Man U now win anything in the near future.
Hey, man, you look about Man U.
So I don't understand how you defend a team that Norwich that doesn't have a good defensive structure. All you have to do is play low block against them like a Burnley normal and kill them with balling. Because they don't know if to defend properly.
Okay.
Yeah, man,
And then Barnes
I'll
and
do-
Chris Wood and the whole of them, man, they will just bust them. They can very good in the air.
Okay.
Just be honest about that. Just look on it. See a 10 border. You know, I understand you don't like team that play low back. You don't like teams like that. So you always go against them.
Burnley will get relegated. For sure. That's all for sure.
Remember, it's a Southampton get relegated to, you know. So I'm here to laugh to, you know.
Alright. Mannings, man, you have heard this too, man. Kim seems to be on some smoking rum type of vibes. What is it for you tonight, man?
What was he drinking? What was he drinking?
No, not drink. He actually smoked the rum.
There you go. He's drinking. he's drinking. So what I'll say is that, listen, Norwich has conceded 16 goals and only scored 2. Burnley has conceded 14 and scored 5. Their last game was a 2-2 tie against Leicester. That means this team can score. And most of their goals are scored the same way. Everybody know how they are going to play. Everybody know they're going to kick the ball high in the box. Everybody know that Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes and Vidra and those guys are... Everybody know. And nobody can stop them. I don't think Norwich can. But one thing I know about Burnley is that Trowkowski and these guys are very good defenders. And they have a good goalkeeper in the goal as well. They are going to beat Norwich by 2-0.
Okay. Demo.
Yeah, yo, Kims is having a horror show. Norwich going to Burnley is definitely a one-sided affair. I think Burnley will win this game very comfortably. The game that they almost snatched against Leicester was taken away from them by VAR in the last minute where we would score the winner. But everybody know that they're going to score off set pieces and the corners and the free kicks and all of that. So this possession thing is just nonsense. You don't need possession for free kicks and corner kicks. Like you have to have the ball at some point. Especially playing at home, I'm going to go 3-0 to Burnley, and it's going to be an easy walk in the park for them, and it will just further relegate Norwich to the championship.
All right, before I move on to the next fixture, Demo, you're one that I spoke about with this Burnley team on multiple occasions. Normally, you know that everything attacking-wise normally go through Dwight McNeil. Now they have Maxwell Cornet. Don't you think that they can actually start probably playing a bit different? I don't mean they're actually move away from what you've become accustomed to, but these are two players that can actually cross a football. So don't you think that more chances will be created from a Burnley standpoint?
Yeah, but the thing is, Carney got injured. I'm not sure if he's going to be back because he got hurt in the Leicester game. He was, It's not serious. Well,
yeah, that's what I saw earlier.
It doesn't look like he's not ready for that game for sure because he scored a cracker in that game as well. And even though we think that with the addition of Cornet, they would play different. I said to you guys, they're not going to change the system. He just Latin. He was running back, playing left back at one time, covering, and
And
he's
still
always
creating.
yeah, and he always he's the outlet for them as well. But when he came off, Goodiansi came on and he was okay as well. So I think that he won't be. I don't know if he's going to start, but because of that injury, but I think Goodiansi can come in and play a spot. Obviously, McNeil, and then the big boys, the me, Tarkovsky, Wood, and I think they're starting to use Vidra ahead of Barnes. So we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. But I definitely know that they'll be winning this game versus Norwich. 3-0 for me.
Okay.
I
Next up,
don't.
we'll see. Go ahead.
No, I see a lot of demons say I'm having a horrible show. Leon Price say word. I don't want the next show. I just need when the results show that I am the guru. I just
I'm going
want
to let it go, man.
I just want my apologies. All right,
No, no, no,
that's
no, no, no. Listen. On the
I,
next
I, I
show,
don't think they're, but I don't. To be fair to the people, I don't think it is as it relates to your predictions, though. It
okay.
is other, it is other things around the prediction that the people are challenged by.
yeah, man, we soon have Kems, remember that the show is expanding. So see, as time goes by, we're just going to have a little corner for called the Kem section. So don't worry about it. Don't worry, man. But tomorrow next up we'll see Leeds taking on Watford, a game that we expect to see some attacking football. Both these teams don't generally know how to defend. Both teams tend to attack. We'll see two of the best wingers this season going up against each other. Rafinha from Leeds, he's back fit. He
He's
came off the other
okay.
day, but he's back. And also Ismail Sarr, he has been doing very well so far for Watford. I'm going to start with you on this one, Robbie. How you see this one going?
1-1.
Ooh,
1-1. But I
nothing
really
else to say
watch
about it.
one of them. Not really watch both of them play that much. That is why when I want use stats alone to determine how well them play and so forth. So
Okay,
1-1.
okay. Manningsman, how you see this
Yeah,
going?
is Bramford fit?
No, Bamford is out.
He's still out. Oh Lord, and Luke Ayling still out.
I think I saw him earlier today that he would be available, but I think the coach was stuck by the youngster that they played the other day, Charlie Criswell.
Uh, jeez, boy, Leeds. Just because I want to disagree with Kems, I'm going to go Leeds 2-1. Watford has been scoring all season. I think they're going to probably score again. But I'm going to, it's at Elan Road. So at Leeds normally do well there. They are due a win. I think they're having a bad season. They're not playing as well as they normally do. I don't know if the Bielsa running kind of style is running them red this year. I don't know, but they seem to be weary already, and the season just started and having all of these injuries. But I'm going to go with them winning by 2-1. I don't think they can stop Watford from scoring, but Rafinha has been playing well. Calvin Phillips is getting better. I know Bramford is out. Harrison is going to play.
He
Um,
should be there, but I doubt he'll play. I think Dan James and Rafinha will hug those wins.
Yeah, and I thought Dan James had a good game. I mean, his pace was a factor in their last game. So
Yep.
I'm going Leeds 2-1.
Okay. Demo.
Yeah, so again, I think that the Leeds team will be aided with the return of Shika, so you pronounce his name, the one that got the red card for Elliott when he stamped on Elliott, so he served his 3 match
Oh,
ban
Streak.
now. Yeah, Stroke or whatever them
Streak.
pronounce. Yeah, so they'll be aided with his return. So that's good for them. Barring Rafinha, their goalkeeper has been the second best player of the season so far,
Yes.
Millier, because he's been making a lot of saves. So that tells you that they're not really doing well defensively. They're conceding a lot of shots, and the goalkeeper have to be stepping up. Man mentioned Harrison. He came on the other day and he never looked like himself. I don't know what has something this season. He had COVID, I think, and so he's getting back to the thick of things. I'm hoping that he'll come good. And for Watford, listen, I am not the biggest Sarr fan. I think that he's just Usain Bolt in boots. I don't rate him any at all. I don't think he's
Wasn't
a
wasn't Liverpool interested in him?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the worst thing that them could have do if them signed Sar. That
My best
man,
friend.
listen. So
But isn't he more
he's
productive than Saint Maxima?
Yes, sir.
listen to a Bessie. I don't rate Sar as a footballer.
And you
Okay?
rate Saint Maxima?
Yeah, by
Idiot.
far, miles. Yeah. So it's going to be him and obviously the Sissoko fitting in for Watford and trying to make things go for them. But I think Leeds will just have enough, and so I'm going to go 3-1 to Leeds playing at home with the return of Schick or however you want to pronounce his name. 3-1 Leeds.
Bossman, Schick plays in Germany for Bayer Leverkusen. My name
Stroke,
is Struik.
whatever, stroke.
But Kens, before I get your prediction, here's Aldan saying that the way how you have been horrible tonight on the show, the point missed you, and he
Him,
said that thanks to
him is,
Manningsman.
him is a man. Him for make other people talk. Him can't talk. Him for make other people make other people have the rain. Him can't talk. Anyway,
Where say Mr. Kim's hater.
him, I don't even know that better day. Anyway, so I can move on. See? All right.
Yeah, man, go
So
on.
as been telling about, Manning's man is acting all oblivious, saying he doesn't know what happened to Leeds. I mean, it's quite obvious. The whole league figured them out, and they can't play any other way. They have nothing where they can revert to say, okay, let us do this different. They just play one particular way, right? So let me give you,
Before I make a prediction,
Huh?
I'm going to tell them that you're going to pick Watford to win because you have an agenda.
Yeah, Leeds going down, exactly. So he's good.
Continue.
All right, no, I'm giving you the stats to match my prediction.
All right, boss.
Here. Okay, so let us look at this, right? In Leeds' 102-year history, right?
Mhm.
They have never gone winless 7 games in a row. This is their 7th game. So that's a little bit of optimism for the Leeds fans, right? However, Leeds 0 clean sheets. The most undisciplined team in the Premier League right now. 14 yellow cards, 1 red card, right? Watford now has been playing, have been playing good football, and the ball with Demo same no rate. He has been banging them on target. I think 11 of his last 16 shots have been on target, right? So he has been playing some good football. With that being said, Watford have also took 4 points of the last 6 available. So how can I not go with Watford for this game? I have Watford winning easily because if Rafinha don't come to the party, it's even worse.
But
But I
he
think,
will.
at, huh?
But he will.
Oh, you know.
He will.
Okay. So I have Watford winning this game quite easily. Leeds will run up and down and make you feel like them will do something. But Watford would win this game quite easily. 2 goals, and then Leeds will get a goal at the last. 2-1. So 2-1.
So hold on the Kems. You don't rate Rafinha highly.
Yeah, no. A good ball.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You rate him highly?
Yeah.
Why him have over maximum?
We go on back here, so we can't bother with the argument here. We can't bother with the argument.
Tell me what him have now.
We can't bother with the argument here. Move on. We can't make the show get any worse. I know me. So I keep quiet.
All right. Next up tomorrow in the late game, the man that this man was gloating the other day a lot. This man was here. This man was here, there, and everywhere saying what 6 on the bones, 7 on the straight, and it was like he was on a those old time dance, what they call them, jazz and blues. Yeah, man, the man was like he was on a jazz and blues ball and he was there waxing lyrically, talking about Manny's man. Brighton taking on Arsenal. Brighton, who are currently in the top of the table, Arsenal, who are Brighton is looking down. So Mannings, man, what you have to say now? Go ahead and discuss your team.
Win number 1, win number 2, win number 3. This will be win number 4. 12 points. Listen, I think Brighton is one of those teams that I really like. I like how they play. But I think they have had a easier schedule than some of the teams that are in and around them. And I think now teams are beginning to gel, and the better teams and the cream is coming to the top. Easy. Arsenal, is going to win. Like this is just fate, right? Because like this game, I think Granit Xhaka would have struggled, and guess what? Fate would have it. The man is injured, my friend. I'm telling you, like things are just working. So we get to bring in Sambi Lakanga, who I think have the legs to put a lot of pressure on Bissouma, who is a very, very good player. I think
Is
even
he
if they
fit?
were to even if they start Lamptey, who is coming off an injury, then I think he would struggle against Tomiyasu, who is really looking good since being at Arsenal. I think Saka have gotten over the Euro blues and is looking like the player he is. Emil Smith Rowe is looking well. Odegaard looking well. Somebody saying Besuma is out. I'm telling you, faith, my brother. I mean, things are just faith. I'm telling you. And you know what? I think Arsenal have a thing with Brighton. Because from the whole Guendouzi issue and stuff. So there
Bog.
is this. Huh?
Bog that.
Who is a bug?
When do you say? Bog. Overrated.
Yeah. I think a Tottenham player said that. Why didn't Patrick Van Dijk said that about the week? But
So
Arsenal to win.
Patrick Van Aanholt.
Yeah, so that him go take off the man wig.
Man, man say if you draft Guendouzi wig, I'm gonna look
Yeah.
like Fellaini.
Yeah. But
But
I think
carry on.
Arsenal wins easily, 2 goals to 0. I don't think Brighton is going to score on Arsenal in this game. So one more clean sheet for Arsenal. 4 from 4, excellent. And then we have 3 more games after the international break. That will lead us to 7 from 7, 21 points back where we truly belong.
Okay, man.
Argument done.
Before I move on to the other guys, here's Owen Green saying that they will have Manningsman feel like a FIFA this. But Demo, you have heard about this, and I know that you're one of the biggest fan of Tariq Lamptey, so he's back in the fold and he's back for Brighton. Now they can actually remove what's his name, Veltman from the right hand side and have Lamptey playing the right back, the right wing back. However, problem for them is that Bissouma is out, so
Yep.
the thing for them is that they have to rely on what's his name, man, the guy that they brought in from Salzburg. Currently forgetting his name, but
The
they
midfielder
have
out there.
yeah, so they have to have him as the player to go on and actually do something for them. So with that in mind, Dima, do you think that Arsenal will get the victory over them?
Yeah, so I actually agree with Manning's man as well. I think that Arsenal will win this game. I think that they're rounding into form, like I said, against Spurs the last time I was here. I also think that Brighton were very lucky against Crystal Palace to get that draw. I think Crystal Palace played them off the park. And I don't know, with Bissouma out now, it's probably going to be even worse. So I think Arsenal are peaking at the right time, as Manning's man said. They get in Brighton at the right time. And I think that they're going to win this game. I actually disagree, though, that they won't score. I think they will score because Marty loves a goal against you guys. I remember that goal, the no fans. I think he scored twice, and he celebrated against you guys, and so. I'm going to go Arsenal 3 and Brighton 1.
Okay. And the guy that I was trying to remember, his name is Enoch Mepo. So yeah, I think he'll be the one to replace him. But that's basically a downgrade on Bissouma already, so he'll
By
be
far.
struck by them. Robbie, you see this one going?
Arsenal 4-1. Arsenal
Oi.
defense are going to be tight. I'm going to call them defense actually clear. You understand? And the reason why I think they will score, Brighton will score, is because it's Switzerland football.
You just said they will score. You said why say 4-0?
4-1.
Oh, 4-1. I'm sure that's
Yeah.
what I heard.
Is the only reason why I think Brighton I come back down to reality. I think really the Crystal Palace game really showed them up, so then that one and so forth. See the same player them are play without them are playing against a better team. So more like Arsenal go win. I like them defensive structure too.
Okay.
Especially Japan youth there too. I think him are gonna play really well too.
All right. Kims, what you have to say about this one? Because you've heard Manning's man waxing lyrically all along in it. So how do you think this one will go?
So earlier in the show, I heard a particular gentleman tell me that it's just one game, and I heard they talking about Crystal Palace. I know Crystal Palace run them off the park. I know it's just one game. I believe this over these 6 game span, I think Brighton have played better than they have played worse. All right. So for Arsenal, Arsenal has played 3 away games, right? They scored 1 goal and they conceded 7, right? You can, you take that number for what you mean, right? Obviously, Arsenal have been playing better. The players rounding into form. Gabriel is a big stance rounder in the defense, but they also have Ben White, and I believe that the Brighton forwards are licking their chops, knowing that they're going up against Ben White, somebody who they're very familiar with. They know the weaknesses that he possesses, and I believe they'll try to go ahead and exploit that. Right. So with that being said, I don't see Arsenal winning this game at all. I think it's now time for us to get back down to earth, because you know how it goes. As Manning's man talk about fate, or Zaka with a struggle, so now he's out. Bissouma out, is all fate. But if one thing I know about Arsenal, every time that their confidence go up, then something does something to just bring it right back down and keep
So,
them.
so
So
you,
yeah,
so Kems, you
hold
believe
on,
that?
hold on,
that
hold. So on this show, we'll make people talk and then we'll respond after. All right, boss? Not in the middle, one. All
That's
right.
something we are contact. But go on
Yeah,
there, thing.
contact when we finish. So I will have Brighton winning this game 2 goals to 0.
Whoa. All right, go
So
ahead now, Robbie.
So you watch the Tottenham game, right? You believe
I
that I
was
said Arsenal actually go to that same press there. Brighton can angle that.
um the thing is,
Brighton hasn't played a big team yet. Let's be honest about this.
okay.
Can they angle a press of Arsenal? If Arsenal
Um
come out the same way as at Tottenham, or then go play against Tottenham?
well, I believe that Brighton coach is a better coach than Tottenham coach. That's what I think.
Way
Um
superior.
So I believe that he will set up the team to handle whatever Arsenal is bringing to the table. If they can handle it, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow. But as for right now, I'm picking Brighton to win 2 goals to 0.
All right, producer, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say to Kems, with all the question that Robbie asked him, is he willing to change his mind regarding the pick?
I don't hear that.
Robbie, that question is for you. Producer,
I don't
says
hear
so.
that. I don't hear him
No,
say.
it's
I was saying
okay.
to
It's question to
Kems,
Kim.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kems.
With all the question that Robbie is asking him or probing regarding why he chose Brighton to win, is he
Uh-huh.
willing to change his mind on the pick, on that pick?
Oh, Robbie?
Yes. You
You.
can.
So he's
Oh,
asking if you're willing to change your 2-1 prediction for Brighton.
Yeah, told
no,
you.
I said
Your
I
2 0,
said
I mean.
2-0. Yeah, no, I'm not changing my pick at all.
You know what? You know what is funny, right? So Kim is picking Brighton. Fine, because it's just pick. We should have like when we finish this next week, the worst prediction of the round.
No, man.
I
We'll
think
actually have that.
and we should really like that is a name you should have for that week. Like how I have reverse psychology. If I have the worst pick, I should have foolish pick of the week champion.
But the
But
next
it's
thing
man,
is,
Because I'm very sure that kept it
but
weird
the
that for
next
this
thing
Arsenal
man,
game.
supposed to come out on top in regarding
that is what I was going
points.
to ask. What if you get the most points for this week, right?
And you still
Yeah.
And you're still end
Huh?
up with the most stupid pick of the week. How you do? How you
Well,
go about that?
remember the points you're going to get merch at the end of the whole thing. But for this one, you're going to have to
No.
wear the name.
You not get what I'm saying, What I'm saying is that what if at the end of this week, Kems has the most points? Should he still go ahead and use the
Yeah.
worst prediction of the week name?
Listen, let me tell you why. All right? Listen, if you are on a hat trick and you get the ball on the goal line and kick it over the top, that is a blooper. It don't matter with the hat trick. So it still need to be posted. You understand me? You got to make the.
Manix man, I'm not go load you up or nothing, but that was the most terrible analogy I've ever heard ever. Right?
Fine, call it terrible. That's
No,
okay.
that was.
That's fine.
How can you say that? All right, how can you say that the Brighton prediction would be a bad prediction if it's wrong? What makes it a bad prediction?
Good question.
Let,
Good
let, let me
problem.
say what I said first. All right? Let me say what I said first. At the end of the week,
Okay.
we need to see which one of the picks would be considered the worst pick. I think so far tonight, tell me a pick that sound. Tell me one other pick that any of us have made that you think like
But
this
but
this
so
one make no sense.
but
Let's
so
let's take him. Demo 2 United.
yeah, that Dima 2-2 United first. But
You think Demo 2-2 against who is worse?
Brighton
United.
Brighton is ahead in the table. Brighton is ahead in the table. Arsenal only score one goal away. I mean, how is that how would that be a stupid prediction?
Let,
I'm
let,
not
let, let me give you why. Let me give you a couple of reasons.
okay.
All right. Brighton is without one of their most influential players.
So too
They,
is Arsenal.
No, what?
all right. You know what? This conversation going to go down.
I'm gonna joke.
Well,
No, 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 no.
well said, man. Well said.
This
Let's be fair.
conversation.
Though. Let's be fair though, Malik.
Jesus
I said it
Christ.
to you and you thought I was joking. Granit Xhaka is a player that makes Arsenal tick whenever he's on form.
You're really going listen. Check the last time Arsenal and Brighton played.
I'm serious, you know.
Check what happened to Granit Xhaka the last time Arsenal played Brighton.
No, but either way, Xhaka is the one that was
Check
basically
the
winning all
last
those
time
trophies.
Arsenal play Brighton. What happened to Granit Xhaka?
So you don't think Zaka has improved since the
Now,
last?
I said to you that fate would have it that the game that I think Granit Xhaka would struggle in. I said that.
All right.
He is not playing.
Someone is
Like
man.
if
If
he was
Sunday, if
yeah.
come Sunday and you guys
When
lose
they
that
lose,
game,
he's going to come
lose
and
that
say,
game, right? What is going to be a retort?
If what? If we lose against Brighton?
Yeah, and I heard you talk up Sambi Lokanga. What if he has an awful game against them?
Brighton is not going to give Arsenal 2. Even if Arsenal lose, Arsenal not losing 2-0 to Brighton. I guarantee you that.
Okay.
The Arsenal team now that we saw against Spurs are not going to go down 2.
okay.
But I don't think it's fair to judge that Spurs performance overall. You know why?
But we're judging why we can't. All right, so here's the problem I'm going to have. If we can't judge the Spurs performance, then we can't look at Arsenal bad performances.
Yeah.
If we can't use their good performance to measure them, how are we going to use their bad performance to measure them?
All right, what I'm getting at though is that they played good against Tottenham, right? However, that was a derby. Come this week, we don't know exactly what to expect.
Did they play bad against Brighton now? Did they play bad against Burnley away?
Burnley away?
Did they play bad?
I wouldn't say they play bad. Because
they just didn't play as good as they played in the first half against Spurs.
Okay.
But they played better.
I won't fault you for that, because again, all this is opinionated. And one thing I won't kill a man for his opinion. So
okay.
I see where you're coming from.
Like I'm saying that
I give him that.
Listen, I am not saying that Arsenal cannot lose. What I'm saying is that Arsenal getting 2 from Brighton. I don't see that.
But with Arsenal now and Mullins, man, you can run for that still. Arsenal has produced the best first half display in EPL this season.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So how am I going to look at that game?
That is arguable. Yeah. That is not a fact.
That's an arguable.
And it was against an awful Spurs team. Let's point that out.
They produced the best performance.
I mean, as I said, I'm not taking anything away from your performance against Spurs because you guys were good in that game. Can't take anything from that.
And I mean, I can probably, you guys could even assess and say that one of my predictions is the worst prediction of the run. So it's not, maybe it's not Kems. Because Kems will get it right. So don't feel bad, Kems. It could be my prediction.
Why would
All right, let's move on. So the same team that we have been speaking about, Spurs, they'll be at home against Aston Villa, who are seemingly starting to hit a sort of form. They have been playing well and people aren't really taking notice of them. That game that they lost 3-0 to Chelsea, I believe it was a harsh result because if we are being honest, as we said before, they did play well in that game. It's just because of faulty finishing where the result wasn't different. Now, they came to Old Trafford last weekend and they got a win. The first win in over 18 games at Old Trafford. And now they're going to Spurs. Spurs are out of sorts, and Nuno is just a bug coach that can do enough for poor man Mourinho. So with that in mind, I'm going to start with Robbie on this one again. Robbie, how you see this one going?
Uh 3-1 Aston Villa.
Okay. No explanation, nothing at all.
I like that Spurs team. That Spurs team not actually play good. Don't make the midweek match full enough. Spurs lose them teeth only. I think Spurs play with Kane is actually bad than good. This man doesn't even want to play.
Man scored a trick midweek.
Huh?
He scored a trick yesterday.
Tough, he could have scored a trick in that game. That even no good. Come on, nobody use a result.
Disrespect.
Don't bother
The disrespect to the big striker.
Oh, England big striker.
He's a big striker. No.
Let's be clear about that.
No, that man is a big striker in world football. Don't do that.
Over Benzema?
You see how this? This is the thing, Levon. Again, this is the thing.
Over Benzema?
If
And
Harry Kane,
Benzema get highly criticism wholly. But people want pardon
Robbie,
Kane.
this is your problem now, Robbie. You think that because we said the man is a big striker, we necessarily mean that he's way better than the rest of strikers. No, you can have a plethora. Well, not a plethora, but you can have 5 big strikers in the world because right now, Lewandowski is a big striker. Benzema right now is a big striker. Kane is a big striker. Haaland is a big striker. So, I mean, why are you getting up in arms about it? Nobody said that he was
You can't name 12 strikers in the world and don't have Kane in there.
Exactly.
my thing is, Robbie Rich is
12.
saying, Robbie Rich is all on the money.
You don't even need to go to 12 management. Hey.
Robbie
But
Rich, Robbie Rich is saying that don't let the hat trick fool you, right? But again, if Kane never score, would I hear the same rhetoric that we have been hearing all this time that he's not interested in playing? I'm sure I go City, that and that. So, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? And so I'm not really sure what Robbie talk about, but in this game, Spurs will definitely whop up Villa. And I have Spurs winning. I have Spurs actually winning this game 3-1. I believe Harry Kane, see the ball going and getting a hat trick. That is a confidence booster for even the worst of strikers. Imagine a striker of his caliber. I'm sure. I'm telling you, these players, they hear all the noise, they hear all the talk, they hear anything what people are saying. They're hearing it, and they'll respond accordingly. Facing a team like Villa, especially there's no Leon Bailey coming on to change the game and give them that normal boost that they get.
And Traore is still injured.
Yep.
Is he?
Yeah, that Traore guy that plays for them is also injured.
So, after that embarrassment, from that they got from Arsenal in that derby game, I definitely think that they're going to come back with a bang, and I think that they'll go ahead and win 3-1.
Okay. Demo, how is this one going? You think an answer to Robbie Rich when he talk about Kane is not a big striker. That's it.
Boss, listen, that's a non-argument. Obviously, Harry Kane is a big striker. It's proven. It's there. The man numbers speak for itself in the best league in the world. Why you saying it?
What?
Anyway, so
In Champions League.
I think that after watching Aston Villa play against Manchester United, they were pretty dominant in the game. I didn't think that their goal should have stood because I thought it was offside because the guy there blocked the hair. But hey, it is what it is. They were dominant in that game and they didn't have Leon Bailey and all of these guys still, and they looked very dominant against probably I want to say a poor Manchester United team. I don't know, but they were away playing at Manchester United's home and they were dominant. You know what I mean? And so I think that they're in good form. I also think that the midweek game for Harry Kane and the rest of them is, as Ken said, is a confidence boost. And I think that regardless of who you score against, once you're scoring goals, it gives you confidence as a striker. So with that being said,
remember the other day when you spoke about Aubameyang when he scored against that bug team down there, and then he came back in the league and
somebody said me should have said it, and if I compare scoring in that blah blah blah. Anyway, when I get there, so with that being said, I think that this will be a high scoring game, and I think that Tottenham will just edge it and they'll win 3-2.
All right, Mannings, man, I know that you don't like this Spurs team, but you think that they can pull off a victory?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I don't like to agree with Kems, because they say that fools seldom differ. Our great minds think alike. So I don't even know. I don't even know which way to kind of sing that right now. But I think it's a 3-1 win. The thing is that like you need goals as a forward. The one thing that gives you confidence is scoring. This is going to help Harry Kane. And I think when I look at the Aston Villa Manchester United game, I felt like it was more bad coaching that cost Manchester United the game than excellent football from Aston Villa. I think how how the coach set up Manchester United contributed to Aston Villa winning the game, in my opinion. And so, in with that being said, I think Manchester is a better side than them and should have won that game. So, coming into this game, I don't see them beating Spurs because I think Harry Kane matches up against their defensive setup in the central part. I think Son is a very he's like I think he's an underrated player.
He
Like
is.
Son is very underrated. I could see him playing for
Yes.
Liverpool. I could see him playing for Manchester
Any
United,
club.
but
Yes.
Any
any
club
club.
right
He's
now.
one of those,
Yes.
yeah. But I don't think he has. I don't know if he has ever had an approach from any club, which is kind of strange. I don't know if because he's Asian, but I think he's going to cause problems as well. Um, for this Aston Villa team. So I'm going like Kems 3-1 Tottenham.
Okay. Next game on Sunday at 8 a.m. we'll see West Ham taking on Brentford. Two teams that has Jamaican nationals on it. And I was on Manningsman podcast earlier on, and we were there talking about the Jamaica team, and you were asking about Ethan Pinnock. As I told you, it was not a major, and based on what I've read, Ethan Pinnock will be available on Sunday to play that game. So Pinnock is fit. Now we get that out of the way. Mikel Antonio, good form for West Ham. West Ham doing well in Europa League. So with all that in mind, deep squad because they went out and get some decent enough players to add to whatever pieces they had already and all that. So Kems, I know, is one that loves to say big national and all of that. So you think that national will score in this game, and how you see it going? Because these are two teams that plays attacking football. So how you see this one going?
Um, once again, I've come here and I've talked about Brentford many times. Even though I have Brentford going down, is a team that they have an identity. They know what they want to play, and they come and you know they drew 3-3 with a little team the other day. I thought that they lost 2 points.
At the
So
top is just us, just saying.
I think they actually lost 2 points, but that's a story for another day. In this game, obviously, I think that the national will score. After the red card, and come back and him find the onion bag. So I think he's feeling good. Uh I think West Ham will win this game. Obviously, West Ham is a better team. I think Rice right now playing some real good football. Some real good football. I could say one of the best midfielders out there right now.
Nice.
He'll be a Manchester United player soon, but for right now, playing for West Ham, just continue to grow and stuff. But I think West Ham will win this game quite easily. Brentford played out their heart. Sometime when you play a team and you give it your all, you can't replicate that performance the following weekend. And I think that Brentford won't be able. I think they'll be short on legs, and I think West Ham will win this game. I'll give it West Ham, West Ham 2, Brentford 1.
Okay, before I move on, Pepe Paul, say deserve a uppercut though. Whenever Manningsman is on this show, but always says that go over and subscribe and support Manningsman at I Am Sure Sports. That's the name of his channel, and it's on YouTube. Man keep a podcast probably every 3 hours. He's very consistent, man. He uploads content regular, so it's I Am Sure Sports. Just check it out on YouTube, man. Very good content over there. Once it comes to Jamaica football, this is the place to go, man. So, and I believe, Manningsman, aren't you hosting a watch along tomorrow for the Jamaica Premier League final?
JPL game, yeah, man.
So tomorrow for
Yeah.
the Jamaica Premier League final between Cavaliers and Waterhouse, he's actually hosting a watch
Watch
along. And
out.
Kims, ensure that you're over here now because you've been talking about Scarrow, so go and watch Scarrow tomorrow, man.
Watch him, man. I watch
Watch
him.
who?
Wait, Scarra in a JPL?
Yeah, man, for
Yeah.
Waterhouse, Chevron Studd.
Biggest schoolboy footballer ever. Remember that.
God have mercy. You see, this is don't even get into this biggest football club.
But Mannings, man, you heard what Kems just said. Do you
Yeah,
think that West Ham can get over them and
yeah. One
points
thing,
to you as well? Pinnock.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. One thing I want in this game, I don't want Pinnock to tackle Mikel
Antonio.
Antonio. I just don't want them to come in contact with each other, whatever happens in the game, because I don't want them get injured. Yeah, I just want to remind them that they have an international friendly coming up that is very important. So even if it means allowing him to score, may I beg your brother, let it go on. No, but
Right.
I foul
Mannings,
him
man,
on.
just take a look on the screen.
All right, respect Tyrese. Yeah, man, respect Tyrese. That's how
Take
we
a
do
look
it, man. Just all right, wonderful. Yeah, man. So when you come over and you guys are in the comment section, you have to keep punching it. Sports Frenzy crew here, so the people them over there can come over to Sports Frenzy. You understand?
Yeah, man,
that's how
that's
we
right.
want to grow both channels and things. But West Ham is the next team. I think that they have some very good players that I think sometimes look they're underrated. Soucek, I think, has come into the league and he is this very versatile, good on the defensive end, good on the offensive end. If you check his turnover rate, it's very, very low. He plays alongside Declan Rice. They have this guy called Forlan. I mean, West Ham really have a
Not four line, man, four nulls.
four nulls. Sorry, four nulls. There, Diego Forlan, no, four nulls. And Kofal, I think Kofal is one of their
Wing back.
one of the
Yeah,
wing backs.
plays right back.
Good player. They have Ben what's his name? Ben Rama.
Yeah, Benrahma.
Ben Rama. So they really have a good team. They have a good team, but because they're not one of the big teams, a lot of attention is not paid to them. They also have a team that has played together, like the starting 11 has played several games together. I mean,
Yes,
it looks like they don't have a lot of.
true.
You realize that they have the same core of players, not a lot of rotation, except like Kevin Nolan, his name is, will come on sometimes. What's his name?
Who?
Mark
What?
Noble.
Mark Noble, yeah. One who missed the penalty. Sorry, right? I mixed up, right? But so I think Brentford is going to lose this game because it's away at the London Stadium, I believe, because they play at the London Stadium, bigger than their park. I think West Ham going to dominate them, but I think Ivan Toney is going to score because I think he's going to match up against these West Ham defenders with his height and strength. So I could see Ivan Toney scoring. So I'm going to go Mikel Antonio scoring because he didn't score in midweek, scoring 1. Ben Rama scoring 1. West Ham 2-1. I think West Ham is going to win 2-1.
So you agree with me again?
I did. Can I change that?
All right, Robbie, I want you to go ahead.
So Mannings, one quick second. So Mannings,
Yeah.
man, you think Ivan Toney I go do the West Ham defenders like who I'm do to the Liverpool centre back?
Why you don't ask Dimo that?
No, you me.
Dimo was paying attention to what was happening to the Liverpool defenders, so let him answer.
All right, Chris Lynch, I remember that you missed out Brighton and Spurs prediction, so give those two as well, man. But
I'm sorry. Just to say, Ivan Toney has been doing that to all the defenders he's played this season. You can ask Arsenal.
So how Arsenal come out this conversation?
Robbie, go ahead.
Both teams are playing good football. I really like to see both of them play. But I think because of home advantage and better quality players from West Ham, they will win 2-1.
Okay. Demo.
Yeah, I'm actually going to differ with everybody. I think that
Draw.
Brentford are flying high off of the draw. You see Manala do Haaland celebration to equalize and all of these things. And yeah, like them win the Champions League and all of this kind of stuff. I mean, they get a draw against Liverpool, who yuk to do. So they're riding off a high, and West Ham did well in midweek, as I said. I think that West Ham have been playing really good football this season. They should have beat you guys. Well, I think it would have ended a draw if them make Declan Rice kick the penalty and not Martin Noble. That was the worst decision I've seen made all season. To have Martin Noble come on to take that penalty. But I'm going to say that this game will end in a 2-2 draw. I honestly, I used to see Tony play once here and there, but that man physicality, and I remember the game against Liverpool. I came on here and I said that him and Mbwe now go do nothing. I know Van Dijk and Matip supposed to take care of them. My gosh, how wrong was I? Like those guys linking up and it was amazing to watch. I mean, as a neutral, it was amazing to watch. Obviously not as a Liverpool fan. And I think that combination, yeah, they'll do things against West Ham as well. So I'm going to go 2-2 and that game will end in a draw.
Okay. Now we look at it, and you said that Gary Southgate has been taking a keen eye on Ivan Toney, so he's probably in the eyeball of Gary Southgate now. So Jamaica, move away from Ivan Toney. He's not coming here. He's now in England, eyes view. So from that comes up, just remove the thought process of trying to get him.
So remember, so quick question, Levon. When I really talk about Jamaica things, but I remember yesterday we were talking about Nico Brett. Obviously, Ivan Toney better than Nico Brett and so. But should Ivan Toney come in at the side, right? Which one of the forwards them right now? You'd say him better than.
Javan East, Jamal Lowe, Andre Gray. He's better than all those guys.
Okay. Just asking.
Easy fit that man. But that's that, and we'll move on to the next fixture. We'll see Crystal Palace taking on Leicester. And as I said before, Crystal Palace are playing some decent football now, and Chelsea fans should be happy because Conor Gallagher has been superb for them. Leicester, on the other hand, have been found. Oh boy, Leicester has been having a very awful season. And Robbie, you yourself spoke about them on a Facebook page that we have, that you don't really see the hype about them, and people actually expected them to do well this season. You haven't seen anything to be impressed by. Now, what do you say about this?
Well, somebody actually correct me and tell me why them actually place because of injuries and so forth, and I agree with that. With that in mind, I think Crystal Palace, I think it's a draw though. Because Crystal Palace run into farm 1-1, run to farm base. I just think Patrick Vieira needs some time. Based on me so far. At this time in here, based on what I see so far, at this time he want, and it eventually get better for Crystal Palace. So,
all right, so my question to you, Patrick Vieira or Mikel Arteta, who is better as a coach?
Vieira.
Mannings, man.
Just leave it, Mannings, man. Just leave it.
Mannings, man, your prediction for this game?
The Leicester versus Crystal Palace.
Yep.
I'm going to go. I think Crystal Palace was hard done in their last game away. I think they should have won that Brighton game away. I think they come home and they are going to win against. I don't know. Kenny Rogers is not doing a good job this year.
Kenny?
Yeah, man. I agree. That's Kenny Rogers.
LeBron say want him take over Manchester United. So.
Really?
Right now.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean take over? What do you mean like you really take over? You mean like the coach side, or you mean take over like drive through Manchester and go on bad like for Jamaica? What do you mean? You coach Manchester? You want Kenny Rogers to coach your team?
Yep. Better than Ole, better than Arteta.
And to add, he doesn't want Zidane, He wants.
Yeah, I don't want Zidane over
Rogers.
Rogers over all of them.
Anyway, Crystal Palace 1-0.
Wow, 1-0?
Yeah.
All right, Demo.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way Leicester City should lose this game against Crystal Palace. I mean, I know that they drew against Burnley the other day and they barely escaped the defeat, but Jamie Vardy was on fire. And
they were defeated midweek.
Yeah, and I
from Legia Warsaw.
Yeah, and I think that they will definitely not lose this game. I think they have to rebound. They have to find a win, and I think that they'll get it against Crystal Palace. Gallagher has been superb, as I said. The Edward scored 2 goals against Tottenham in what couple touches, but he doesn't look like somebody to be scared of or anything. So I'm going to go Leicester City 3, Crystal Palace 1.
Wow. Kems.
All right. So in the last 4 meetings, Crystal Palace haven't beat Leicester. Uh, draw one, I think draw one, lose three, something like that. And Crystal Palace have failed to score more than one goal. Right. So also Crystal Palace going into this weekend now, Crystal Palace has the second fewest shots, in the league. So with that being said, I agree with Demo that Leicester must bounce back. Like it can't get no worse than this. I mean, I think it can't get no worse than this. As Manningsman call him Kenny Rogers, Demo call him Dodgers, and you can put Dodgers. They cannot put it together. I just think that Jamie Vardy. I think he'll be enough. I think he'll be too much star power um, for the Crystal Palace defense. And while Zaha has been doing his thing, I think that both teams will score, but I think Leicester will win 3-1.
Yeah, okay. So you agree with Dima on that one.
Yeah.
Don't like when you two guys agree now because I tend to not go well. But with the final fixture of this weekend, we'll see the big one. Liverpool taking on Manchester City. So it's
Uh-huh.
Jurgen Klopp, one of my favorite coaching that I dislike him because he's at Liverpool. But otherwise, I'm that Jurgen Klopp is arguably the best coach in the world right now. For the
Big.
past 3 years, biggest coach. This man makes average, mediocre players look like they're top of the top. Because Jordan Henderson is no footballer, and this man makes Jordan Henderson look like a good footballer.
Crazy man, a baller that thing. That's crazy.
But we look at Pep. Pep has done well so far this season by getting a victory over Chelsea last weekend, one of the title favorites. So Liverpool, as I said to other people, that if you're going to talk about the title race, you has to as Liverpool in that because they had a lot of injuries last season. Now all those players are back, and so far it seems as if Klopp has been managing them properly. Just that Dima for one would love to see his boy Simicas getting more game time, and I heard a particular man on the radio calling for Simicas over Robertson, saying that Simicas gives more in the attacking third than Robertson. Now, Dimo, you go ahead and analyze your team.
Yeah, so I don't know who you heard on the radio saying that, but
Your favorite Liverpool fan.
all right, I don't know if you want to get into it, but I don't know who it is. But
Mr.
obviously,
Moral Tracy.
boss, please don't. That man is clueless when it comes to Liverpool. I'm not getting into that. But anyway, it's all about context. And for me, my thing is when I was calling for Simicas to play was that Robertson just came back from injury. Simicas had an excellent preseason and started a couple of games that he played very well, right? And then Klopp just feel for thrust him in against Chelsea because him name Andy Robertson, him just a come off an injury. And I just felt that it was unjust to Simicas. I think he earned his place and he does excellently going forward as people would see. His crosses are immaculate, his dead ball from corner kicks are immaculate and obviously better than Robertson in that sense. But if you watch that game again, Brentford, and the last stitch tackle we make when him run back when he was the last man and he stopped the ball in the Champions League, he did the same thing. You know Andy Robertson is the best left back in the league and he's excellent defensively. So coming up against Manchester City, I don't know who Pep Guardiola will scientist and concoct when he play against me because him always try to do something and outthink himself and all of these things. I don't know who he's going to put on Robertson's side. I don't know if he'll put Grealish or Sterling and Jesus and all of these people. They have so many options and so many weapons that they can do anything on the day. And I think that this will come down to coaching. And the main thing that it will come down to apart from coaching is the fact that Manchester City does not have that striker. The striker will come and bad up the defender them like you see Ivan Toney and Brentford them do. I think that Van Dijk and Matip they're more suited for ball playing and all of that thing. And every time Manchester City play against Liverpool it's always something big. Remember Mahrez missed a penalty one time, and remember when we just lost the league by 1 point, it was a clearance off the line by inches or millimeters or whatever they do it, and everything. The kick to Edison face from Mane that time where we get most of 5, the 4-3, and it's just always some crazy things since Manchester City gets some money. And so for this game, I'm expecting no less. But I think that the Anfield crowd will be major in this game as well. And I hope Klopp doesn't play all 4. I think that Jota needs to come off the bench in this game because Firmino is the system of Liverpool. And I'm always telling you when I talk about Liverpool games, which one do you prefer? You prefer Jota play and give away a goal but not have the system? Or you prefer Firmino play, give you the system and the identity of what Liverpool is, and doesn't get the goal, and Jota come off the bench and does what he does? And so for me, obviously, I'm going to go with Liverpool for this game just because it's at Anfield, just because of the other stuff that I said. It's going to be a close game, but I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1. It's the best attack in the league versus the best defense. I think they only conceded 1 goal so far. And barring the Brentford game, we only had conceded 1 as well, but it's 4 now. So best attack versus best defense. And with our high beating up Porto as we always do, I expect us to score goals. So 2-1 to Liverpool at Anfield. Manchester City in the mud.
Okay. Robbie, how you see this one going? Pep Guardiola against Jurgen Klopp.
I think this match will draw 1-1 though. Only because it's playing at Anfield. Playing Anfield is very difficult. The atmosphere and support, and especially Klopp at home. So I'm going for 1-1.
Okay. Manningsman.
Generally, when City loses a game, they always rebound with a win. If you follow them for the last couple of seasons, they
True.
always rebound with a big win. So I don't think they can like have a big win against Liverpool, but they were locked out by PSG in Champions League. I think they score in this game, but I think the pace of Liverpool up front, Mane, Salah, whether they use Firmino or Jota, they are going to score. I also think like not Robertson, but Trent Alexander is going to suffer in this game if
He's not playing. I forgot to mention Trent is out for this game. He's injured.
I
I
think
forget to mention.
I think that is the best thing that could ever happen to Liverpool.
Stop.
Like Trent,
Just
not playing.
Stop, bro.
Don't interrupt the man, Lima. Leave him alone.
But him can't say the madness, bro. But can't.
If Trent were playing in this,
Uh-huh.
that right side of Liverpool's defense would suffer. So the fact that he's not, I think they're going to be better defensively down the right side, which means that they're going to come out of this game with a point. So I'm predicting a 2-2. Liverpool take the lead and somehow City equalizes in the 85th minute. Game ties 2-2.
The Trent play when we beat them at Anfield 3-1, and Fabinho give them this time. Trent did play? No? Yes?
Was Jack Grealish in City side?
No, but they had all the other stars.
That is the point I'm making.
They had all the other stars.
The point I was going to make, that Jack Grealish going up against Trent would cause serious problem for Trent. That's the point I was making.
Good point. I agree, Manningsman.
The overrated Jack Grealish, Manningsman.
Hakeem just pocket Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish is overpriced. You don't think Jack Grealish is overpriced? Which means
you can't really watch price in today's market, That's something that I always say. You can't really watch price right now.
I make my prediction real quick before Manningsman go up and make a solo look, right?
No. But listen, Demo, let me say this. You believe that Trent Alexander is your best defender against like Jack Grealish and these guys?
It's no, Trent Alexander-Arnold is not our best defender against Jack Grealish. No.
But that's the point I'm making, and you disagree. So you disagree with me?
Because you saying Trent Alexander-Arnold not playing is the best thing for Liverpool. It's madness. Our attacks come from Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson on the wings. The best right back in the league.
Who is the best right back in the league?
And all in all, make
No,
all
no, no,
this.
no, 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 no,
You
no,
know,
no, no,
you
no,
know.
don't skip over that. Don't skip over that. I'm
No,
asking you a question.
we
Who is
want
the
to make
best
him
right?
get in prediction. We
Who is
know.
the best? Hold on,
No,
let me
no,
get.
no. We have time. We do have
No,
time.
listen,
Kem's will get in his prediction.
listen. I am telling you this. All this hype up and nonsense
I'm
when I
just
make. But
asking you one question. You're right.
I'm going to get to that. I'm just solidifying my point. All this nonsense people are come out with. Trent can't defend, blah blah blah. When you go and check the stats for last season, Trent Alexander-Arnold is right up there in right backs in terms of tackles won and all of these other defensive stats. Zim, so when you just stop it.
So
We need to check the stats first, and then
Demo.
come, and then I'm better. Oh, it's the eye test. It's what we
Question
see.
to Demo. Because I love to ask that question because people played on Bruno Fernandes a lot. Says that he's overrated, and when you look at his numbers and his stats, they are way up there. So going by those numbers, right?
Yeah, but me not say that. Why
Yeah,
would
you
I
know,
say
say,
that if the man number?
what I'm actually saying is that I personally, as a unit fan, I've seen Fernandez over and over, and I think he do much in games, right?
Yeah, but you
So
can't say him overrated.
I'm not going to say he's overrated, but what I'm saying is that stats can be very misleading.
Yeah,
True,
but if the stats say he's there in tackles one, what is misleading
So
about
let
that?
me ask you, Dima,
In
you
let
tackle
me
and
say
in
this.
win.
Let me say this. A couple of things I'll say. One, when I was speaking about Trent, I was speaking about Trent versus City and going up against Jack Grealish.
In a
Don't-
defensive sense, what
In a
about the attacking
defensive-
part?
One of man, I'm talking about defense because I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Let me finish because the point I was making is that City would use that to their advantage. Will Trent create on the offensive end?
Yes.
Of course. But I'm not denying that.
What you're saying him not playing in the game is good for us. How is that good
In a
for us if we're
defensive,
not going to create? But we
because
need him to create.
watch this now.
We
Because
want to outscore City.
no, you all right. So hold on. So hold on. So let me ask you. So if Trent doesn't play, you can't score.
Of course we can, but we have a
Alright.
better opportunity of scoring with him playing.
Man, he has a valid point there now because if you look
Alright.
at it, Trent has
Hold on.
created
No.
the most chances in the league this
I'm
season.
going to listen. I can kill.
stand corrected, but I believe he has created the most
I can kill
opportunities.
this point, man. Because here's the thing. Part of Liverpool's problem that a lot of the goals that Liverpool concede is because Trent Alexander is out of position.
What about the goals that we score?
Lord of mercy. Listen, I'm talking about his. Remember, we can talk about his attacking ability. Let's look at the concession of goals for Liverpool in the last couple of seasons.
As in 4 goals.
In the last couple of seasons, let's look at Trent Alexander and one of the issues that even the England coach had with playing him. It is not his ability to go forward that they struggle with. It is where he is positionally in defense that is a problem. And for you to deny that, Demo is.
Wait, let me explain to you what Liverpool's system is. You see, when Trent Alexander-Arnold is playing right back, he's most of the times always above the halfway line because he's vital to how we attack him and Andy Robertson. When he does that, Jordan Henderson is the one who comes over and protects the man's side because he's always going to be caught up field because he's so high. It's a part of the system. You have to just live with it. Of course, he's going to be caught up because he's always up the field.
Let me ask
when
you
I
a
make
question.
it seem like them just kick the ball over.
Okay, so yes, a part of the Liverpool defensive system is knowing that Trent Alexander is going to be out of position defensively. That's your point.
Yes, and Henderson covers.
Where you get that from, brethren?
Mike, when I talk to mere mortals when it comes to Liverpool in a bus. I can call Jurgen Klopp on my phone right now. I'm going to talk to mere mortals.
Call more Jurgen. Call him.
Jordan Henderson.
Call him.
Jordan Henderson covers Trent while he's playing so high up the field. It is very clear.
Let me say this to you. Granit Xhaka covers Kieran Tierney when he goes up front. Fred covers Shaw when he goes up front.
Which Fred? No, don't go there, sir. Don't go there, sir. You go off track. When I mention Fred, you go off track. Don't do it.
The point I'm making, Demo, is that
Fred don't even cover himself.
The very fact that you're saying that, listen what you said, Demo. It is part of the Liverpool system for him to be out of position. Defensively, Demo. That don't make no sense, Demo.
Man.
Your first job, Demo, is to defend.
No. You see, that is where you're getting it wrong. That is not Trent's
first job is to defend.
Stop it, no. That is not Trent's first job in our system, boss.
Sure. It's
What is
true.
your
It's true.
problem?
It's true.
This, hey, brother, you have to show me where Liverpool playing a 4 at the back and the 2 wing backs that Liverpool plays. Their first job is not defending. Their first job is attacking. You have to
Hold on. Do you notice that when Joe Gomez plays right back, it's not the same? When James Milner plays right back, it's not the same? Because Klopp tells them to not go as far because obviously they're not the same attacking outlet as Trent Alexander-Arnold. They don't push up high and Roberts is the one that goes hard.
Listen, you're mixing up the point I'm making.
Bro.
I am saying to you, listen to the point I'm making to you. He is supposed to be a part of the offense. He's very instrumental to the offense. But to say that because he's so instrumental to the offense, he's supposed to be out of position defensively. No make no sense in a football, brother.
No, but Mannings, man, listen what Demo is getting at. Demo is saying that based on how Klopp sets up the team, he knows what will happen when Trent goes forward. He has Trent as this attacking cog in his wheel. So to cover for Trent, Henderson is the one that does all of that. Because
That's a hard point.
As I pointed out just now.
Every football team in the world, when they play with 2 holding midfielders, the positional change is this. When the wing back on your side goes forward, you slide into that position. It's a general principle of football. That does not mean that the wing back does not have the primary responsibility of being right positionally in defense. It can't mean that.
Mannings, man, look at this though. You have to factor in that the reason why Trent is so essential to Liverpool attacking.
I am not disagreeing with that.
Hold on. Listen,
Let the man finish.
What I'm saying is that otherwise, from when they just brought in Thiago, who is a creative influence, right? Liverpool don't have a creative midfielder. So Trent is the one that a lot of the burden is put on his shoulders to create those chances for them. And as I just pointed out just now, Trent is leading the league right now in terms of chances created. So with that in mind, his role under Klopp is slightly different from other right backs. You're looking at it from a right back standpoint for other clubs.
Okay,
exactly.
all right, so fine, man, Demo. So the problem that Liverpool had in conceding goals down their right side is not Trent's fault. It's Jordan Henderson's. Yeah, man, that's cool. It is Jordan Henderson's fault because really, no, man, I understand it. The reason why Liverpool has been conceding
because
goals
of our
down the
system
right
that
side.
we play.
No,
man. So everybody had to attack Trent's side because that's where he's going to be high up the pitch.
But you said, Demo, that part of the system is that if he goes up, Jordan Henderson is there.
Yes.
So if Jordan Henderson is there, then why are you still conceding over that side?
Man is mad. I don't understand what you say. If
let me tell you.
You just talk for 5 hours. Me can get a chance.
Don't hold on. Don't what's your next? Robertson don't go forward. Why is he always back in his right position?
Robertson is better defensively than Trent.
But that's the point I'm making.
Christ.
But in terms of what is required from both players, more is required from Trent attacking wise.
But that is not the argument I'm having. I was talking about his weakness defensively playing against City. That was where my point started. And I'm saying to you, part of your
but Mannings, man, Trent now play Sunday still, so we can't talk about that.
That was the point, Kem. The point was it is good that he's not playing Sunday because
it is not good.
Listen why. Because the primary way that City would have attacked them was down that side.
But our primary way of attacking is down that side.
They would not be able to attack them now because they're going to put somebody there who's going to be better defensively. Right. So Liverpool, however, can still score goals without Trent.
Yeah. What I will say, man, both things can be true. What Demo is saying can be true. What you're saying can be true, and we can leave.
No, but more I know if we never keep clean sheets with Trent's playing right back same way. So why is it what are the difference? We have kept clean sheet with Trent's playing. Them attack down inside same way.
Hey, let me leave the Liverpool thing. When it come on to one of them team, is that all right? Let me ask you this: do you believe that?
Just let me end it with this. You see the last goal with Brentford scored? No, not the last one. The one with them hit on the post. 3 defenders was on Trent Alexander-Arnold's side. 3. And it was him one and him just push him down and put the ball upon the post and the other man bucket in. 3 defenders because
Let me ask you a
everybody's going
question.
to come down that side because he was high up the pitch. He
Let
has
me
to
ask you a
run
question.
back. He was in the process of running back, and 3 players from Brentford, the man a mark. 3. Go
Listen,
check it
I
again.
don't blame players like that. Let me ask you a question though. Do you believe that Trent is better defensively than Kyle Walker?
Absolutely not.
Is he better defensively than Kieran Trippier?
Trippier is a left back.
No, Trippier is alright back, man.
Oh, Trippier, I'm saying, but I think we'll turn it. No, he's not
Is
better
he
than
better?
Trippier.
All right. Is he better defensively than Wan-Bissaka?
No,
All right. So he's not better defensively, but he's better
no.
offensively than all of them.
No, he's better all round than all of them.
How you get that? Anyway,
He's a better pass off the ball, a better free kick take off the
No,
ball.
Lord have mercy. How you
A
got into
better-
free kick? How you got? How many
Man,
free kick
because
Wan-Bissaka take?
Because he's better all round.
How you
That's what
gonna
I just
measure?
said.
How you gonna measure free kicks and Wan-Bissaka don't take any?
No, but man, I say all round as a
How you got to
player,
that? We're talking
he's
about
better than all of them. So
All
if
right.
you want limit it to just attack and defense, fine. I'm putting passing, I'm putting crossing, I'm putting everything else. Free kick, corner kick, I'm putting everything.
And throwing.
And everything.
Who take the better throws?
Alright, Kim, go ahead.
I can't. I'm not getting analysis. I'm just looking at the score line. The analysis. We have City 2, Liverpool 1.
I don't remember my prediction.
City
I got him, man. You had a 2-2 all draw.
2, Liverpool 1.
Alright, boss. So you say City 2 games, right?
Yeah, City 2, Liverpool 1.
No, but the narrative need to stop, man. Honestly, it still get out of hand, bro.
Alright, before I move on, I just want to get in Devin's prediction. Devin actually sent me his prediction, so he says United 2-1 over Everton, Chelsea 2-0 over Southampton, Wolves 1-0, Burnley 2-1 over Norwich, Leeds 3-2 over Watford, Arsenal 2-1 over Brighton, Spurs 1-0 over Villa, West Ham a draw with Brentford, Palace to lose 2-1 to Leicester, and City to beat Liverpool 3-2.
Devin figure watch some Spanish league right now.
Just like you mentioned that, I'm just going to touch on it a bit because we have this man here who thinks that the Spanish league is a creme de la creme, and he's a big Real Madrid fan. So I'm just going to allow him to just speak about his team. Go ahead, Robbie.
Right up. Saturday, La Liga this weekend, right?
Yep.
I think if I'm following reports, though, I think this
Hold
weekend.
on. Sorry, you can put up that Jam Down put up a very valid point in support of me. Who is he's accidental? I mean, incidental. He's a Liverpool fan and a supporter. Look at that. Whoa. The great Trent versus City. Oh my lord. Is this real? Maybe this must be false.
What does that have to do with the point?
It don't have nothing to do with the point.
He is a vital part to us going forward. So what you saying about him missing the game is better for us makes no sense because I want him as a vital part of our attacks. What that have to do with the point?
Go ahead, Robbie Rich. Share some rich points because this point right here is very poor.
I think La Liga is. I think if I'm following reports and everything, I think this will be Coleman final game. Okay, I'm not seeing them beating Atletico this week.
To a garbage side. To a garbage side.
Yeah, no, I'm not play good, but I just think Atletico have the better advantage, playing slightly better. And the points, and you can see the wins actually show that. My team, Real Madrid, now, I'm really concerned about them because the team is not rotate enough. Benzema and Vina seems that them can't bench. Now they see him back for the whole season. The whole when the season start, nobody no rest. Even we go play on Westport tomorrow, Tivoli, them are go play. It doesn't seem that we have valid persons to replace them. So fatigue are catching the players and all them thing there. So I guess I don't know if it's about Real Madrid watch this weekend. I'm really optimistic, hopes of them win and don't draw lose a point. You understand? So that's basically it. Nothing me talk about no more other side in La Liga.
Okay. So we have reached a segment of the show that a lot of you guys look forward to. Games. Come back in the house, man. But I'm gonna stick with you on this one, Robbie. This is your 30 seconds to talk about any sporting topic that you wish to talk about.
Jamaican football, me really want to talk about still.
Go ahead, man. I said it's your 30 seconds.
Well, I ask a question to the public. Why do we deserve, why do we owe local players a spot in Jamaica team?
That's the
Because every time a squad pick, how this a man not play with Tival in a player? How Umberline's ball not play and all them thing there? Like it's English Premier League them a play. This league not good. Enough people actually call we league semi-pro and like we think we value this person a spot in our team. A joke. So that is my question to all people. Then. Do we really enjoy watching Jamaican league? Do you see quality of them carrying us to a World Cup? Yeah, that's my point.
Man from Mannings. Well, not actually from Mannings. This man just pick up the name from somewhere and telling people that he actually come from Mannings. But you have had a long day. Now is your time
the
to talk
ancient
about
light of learning in splendor shining over all the West. When these thy sons and daughters hearts are yearning with gladsome voice to say they love this blessed. Old school of ours, we pledge thee our devotion. Yeah, life without learning is death. Here's the thing now. Listen.
I just got lost.
Yeah, I rate Trent. I think like he needs his opportunity in the English setup. But I think because of how the England team plays, he's a liability defensively. All right. With the Liverpool team, I know how City plays. And so City tend to use their wide players cutting inside. You know, they use Mahrez out there cutting inside. They use Phil Foden, Raheem Sterling. Now they have Jack Grealish. A lot of their players is, and then their wing back sometimes plays inverted. Now Trent, I think, would be effective going forward, but it would pose great problems for Liverpool defensively. And so I'm not questioning his ability in an attacking sense. But I know from football, if you start a team, whatever system you have, and you have 4 defenders, their first duty is to defend, right? You're never coached, and your first job is go and score. Because here's what coach teaches. Most teams teaches the coach defending because they say to you, you can score by luck, you can't defend by luck. So players always learn to defend before they learn to attack. So I would want to believe that the excellent coach Jurgen Klopp believe he's one of the best. He would expect that Trent would be positionally positioned well in terms of the team defense. That's what I would say. Still rate him. Believe he's one of the best attacking right backs out there in the world, but defensively he's a liability, and that's all I have to say. Especially against Manchester City. It don't happen with all the teams, but with Manchester City, it shows up.
And about that, you are sure.
I am sure.
All right, Nemo, you're 30 seconds or to a minute because Manningsman and Robbie went over the 30 seconds, so I'm going to give it as well.
Boss, all I'm going to say to the people, Trent Alexander-Arnold is 22 years old, probably 23 now, something like that. See, I am not saying Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't have deficiencies defending. No. What I am saying to the people is that for about 3-4 years, so that would have made him from about, 18, 19, man was dominating the world at right back, doing stuff that nobody have seen since Dani Alves probably as an attacking right back. Zine? And now people are highlighting him every time one player beat him and then they use, him can't defend. But when the stats come out at the end of the season, Trent Alexander-Arnold is right up there at right backs when it comes to tackles in comes interceptions and all of these things. And everybody are going to highlight the fact, say, Zaha beat him down the wing 2 times. Everybody are going to highlight it because he's the best right back in the world. When we see them skin Reece James, and people are size up with Trent for some reason, nobody now highlight Reece James because guess what? He's not that at that elite level. What Klopp offers the system, and mind you, Trent Alexander-Arnold is a midfielder from the youth system who has been converted into a right back. That's what he used to play. So when management talk about his first job is to defend, blah, blah, blah. The man is a midfielder who come to play right back, and Sir Klopp used the man passing ability, probably the best since David Beckham, to pass a ball, Zine, at right back position and use him qualities high up the pitch and knows that he will be caught out from time to time and Jordan Henderson come across, cover, help him out when he needs to. That's it. Trent Alexander-Arnold, the best right back in the world and will continue to be that way for a long time, and that's why we're not signing a right back because nobody's going to sit on the bench so long for try get a game.
Anyways, as you know, as per usual, I disagree with that. Give me Akraf Hakimi every day of the week over Trent. But anyways,
Who by the way, just pocketed Grealish, and he plays the same high attacking right back.
give me Hakimi over Trent. That's just me. But Kems, your minute.
Great stuff today. Yeah, very- But I'm lobbying for Saturday show. So, producer, I hope you're listening. Host, I want a Saturday show for for individuals, right?
Yeah, breaking up, bro.
Huh?
Go ahead now. Clear
No,
up.
I'm saying we want a Saturday show because on Sunday we have NFL Sunday. So we want a Saturday show, just like how Friday we highlight EPL for Saturday and Sunday. We want a NFL Saturday to lobby for Sunday and Monday, right? I'm lobbying for that. We have a lot of NFL gurus, a lot of NFL
That's a producer.
of Shan, of blah blah blah. That word there. Yeah.
So,
We have a lot of do
since
out
that's
there,
everybody doing.
so we really want. I don't know if Manningsman are here. Manningsman made an NFL analogy about linebacker and so.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
I'm not really sure if
All right, so Kems, you don't have to lobby anymore. The producer said tomorrow at 7 p.m. there'll be a show, so you
All
can
right.
have that one.
All right,
I
so
think maybe we'll have a double dose tomorrow because, as I said, I'll probably just keep a show so fans can call in and talk about the team's performance and all of that. So, yeah, probably I'll do 2 shows tomorrow.
NFL show tomorrow, 7 p.m. weekly on Saturday.
Of that, we are sure.
all right, so yeah, man. So apart from that, Green Bay Packers, my NFL team, rounding into
All
form,
right,
right?
Kems, I'm going to stop you.
Yeah,
You're what the producer and I want from you because you see how easy we just give that to you.
Yeah.
No, I believe last time I checked it, we're at 361 subscribers.
Yes.
Since as we're giving you those NFL that NFL show, I need to see 400 subscribers by next week at this time. Can you promise me on that?
I'll try my best.
I don't want to hear that. We just give you something definitive. We said tomorrow there will be a show, and about that we are sure. So
All right. 400 subscribers by 10
next
20
week at this time, yes.
Friday. Yes, sir.
Okay, say less. And if we don't get that, remember we're going to fine you. You have to pay the cost.
So wait, so if I ask for a cricket show, that means I have to get subscribers too?
Yeah, man, that's how we work it around here.
So Kim's ensures that Devin Cohen is here.
Yeah, man. Devin, what's his name again? Chris Lynch. You have been always asking.
And also Kim's best friend.
Who's that?
Hey,
Tiny.
yeah, what we need to do, Ryan, Lavan, sorry, is that on Sunday, right, from an early show, you guys need to come on that way, and then all the persons there just move over to your show and just subscribe. Is it?
Go again.
Maybe we can do that. Like some of you guys just come on, and I am sure, and then the people from there just leave and just go on to your show.
Guess what?
For the Sunday show.
Guess what's the problem, Mannings, man?
Yeah.
The people on your show are not paying attention to Sports Frenzy.
That is why Demo and you need to come over as usual so that they can talk to them. I think because they have this other show as well. The coaches
Clash.
just because
Clash
with the coaches
mine.
because like they want me to come over there and think. But listen, man, it is going to work. Anytime you guys need me, I don't know. I'm always here to support the team. Every single time.
And at any point in time that you see us discussing a topic and you want to come on, feel free to just reach out. Just likewise, whenever we see you have a show going on, and once it's you alone in the building, we're going to reach out. But that is what we're getting at. And what I ask of all our current subscribers and all our commenters that are in the comment section, just keep on sharing the content, man. Just as Manny's will say, just take the person's phone and just hit YouTube, subscribe to the thing, because we want to grow together. That is the main aim. And as I always tell you guys, YouTube is big enough for everybody.
Yeah, right now, I remember I used to tell people, right now, if you're in your house, just take your phone. Just take the person beside your phone and subscribe.
Simple.
Just
Simple.
say, lend me your phone and just say, all right, bam, and just sub right now. You understand me? Even you understand me, just say, no, man, just open the phone, man. Because you know some people lock them phone and thing, and you just subscribe.
So man like
Get the
Leon Press,
subscription.
Owen Green, editor in chief, female Michelle Lemon, I want all of you, Jermaine Watson, just do the right thing, man. Just get more people to subscribe to the channel. Let us keep on growing because that's the only thing that we have over here. We bring the content to you. We just ask for subscribers in return. And as long as we get subscribe and the views and all of that, we're here for you. And Manningsman say Levan not normally keep long shows, but it seems like Manningsman that hasn't been paying attention from the other day. From the other day, our shows has been going on for over 1.5 hours and almost every day. So that is what we have been looking at now. So it's
Right.
actually Sawyers. Big up yourself, editor in chief, man. Big up yourself. So get more subscribers. That's all we want. Subscribe and more. Until next time, which will be tomorrow, where we said that we'll have a show. Stay safe. Big up to our producer. Big up to Robbie, Demo, Manningsman, and Kems. Until then, so long. Stay safe.
Listen.